Okay, can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Just let me know. Okay, all right. Let's try this thing again. What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharp, and welcome to the 59th edition of the Hard R podcast, where we call out nigga shit on the regular. Honestly, I have no idea what happened there, guys. Obviously, I think it was obviously Rumble, because there was some sort of a Rumble ad. Anything that has like a Patriot something or other, it's always a Rumble ad. More than likely. So I don't know, get your truck right or whatever. But that's the weird thing about Rumble. That's the weird. You guys know, man. Rumble's great. Don't get me wrong. They've got a few bugs to work out here and there, but by and large, you know, it's a good app. But every once in a while, you will get some off the wall shit happening. But glad to be back. Everything is apparently good. Hopefully we don't have any other random live streams. Okay, so we've been through all the niceties, and I know Dre Raven sent a super chat a little earlier, a $5 super chat. If you would, Dre Raven, just send me what the super chat said, and I will shout you out. Okay, so let's get to the main topic. As you guys can see, the hashtag pull-up line is open. If you have a disagreement or if you have a relationship question, do not hesitate to pull up and give your boy a piece of your mind. And, you know, the interesting thing is what I really wanted to do. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to react, obviously. I'm going to react to the Tennessee State University. The Tennessee State University, quote unquote, debate. Obviously, that went completely sideways, and I've got a lot of thoughts. I'm going to share with you guys on this so-called debate. There's listen. Obviously, there are all sorts of implications and everything to consider. Right now, I'm trying to post this again. Hold on a second. Attention, knee grows in the so-called black community. Give me a second. Come and talk to your boy. Let's put the video to it. That's actually why I got a lot of niggas in here last time, is because of the I posted a there it is. Boom. All right. So now we should be getting an influx of niggas really any day now. Any day. Any minute now. And listen, I know there were a lot of niggas in the chat yesterday. That was by design. That was obviously because I had, posted something and asked people to come and debate. So, thank you guys all for joining me. Thank you for your patience. I know things get a little bit crazy at times, but let's go ahead and get right to it. So we're just going to go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to react to what you guys are seeing on the screen. This was bad. This was really, really bad. We're going to discuss whether or not this was racist or not. And god damn it, I forgot to fucking include a picture I really, really, really wanted to include. But I think Jason Whitlock is probably going to do that as well. So we'll see what happens. At any rate, this is entitled, "We Went to TSU for a Civil Debate and an Anti-White Riot Erupted." Here we go.
We're going to do like a little end live pre-game or post-game situation here. We have 500 people watching.
We got 500 right here watching.
Look. Whoa. This is insane.
Absolute
What
insanity.
the heck?
So what part of our systems is for people of color?
All of it.
What kinds of... Wait. Let me go back and... Wait.
Systems is for people of color.
Yeah, obviously we know he says all of it. The entire system. The entire system is for people of color. And listen, man, shout out to this young man for coming up and being one of only two people to come up and actually have a civil debate, right? Shout out to him for having a civil debate. That being said, what the fuck kind of question is that? Like, what the hell? Like, honestly, what kind of question is that? You know what I mean? Like, the entire system is built for African Americans. Like, the whole thing. At least it is now, right? Like, dude, black people, listen, black people get welfare, they get food stamps, EBT, SNAP, free housing, free education, free healthcare. They get to have their own, colleges and universities, aka HBCU. They get to have their own businesses, name them black-owned businesses. What if white people named their businesses? Well, this is a white-owned business. Support your white-owned business. They have their own districts. They get to engage in open, naked segregation and racism all the time without being held accountable. That's what the system's for.
All of it. The entire system is for everybody. Anybody who's an American citizen.
So you feel like there's nothing. So you feel like everybody is equal.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's equal in their rights.
Okay, he just moved the goalpost. He said, well, what about the system is for African Americans or black people? So obviously he had the answer. Then he says, so basically you're saying everybody's equal. That wasn't the first question. So we're already goalpost moving. Dr. B84 with the $20 super chat says, I'm from Nashville and TSU is literally the easiest HBCU to get into out of high school. I got into its rival, Fisk University, a long time ago that actually has much higher academic standards. TSU is a nigga college. Here are the stats on TCU's graduation rate. They have a 91% acceptance rate, but an 18% graduation rate. Okay? So what this means is that better than 9 out of 10 people who apply to TSU get in, but less than 1 out of 5 actually graduate. Gentlemen, that's a problem. That is a that is a problemo. 91% acceptance rate, 18% graduation rate, that's insanity. So what Dr. B84 just said right there is absolutely 100% unequivocally true. Holy shit.
But not everybody's obviously equal in their, what they have. Like, I grew up in a double wide trailer. He grew up in Boca Raton, so, we didn't grow up equal. We're both white. I mean, he's a Jew, so that's probably why he grew up in Boca Raton. But so we're not equal in.
You see how they playfully make fun of themselves.
In what we possess as we start, always. But we are equal in what we're allowed to do, our opportunity.
Can I ask you, do you think that there's any law that allows me to do something that you can't do, for example?
Bingo. This is the best question. This is absolutely the best question to ask both feminists and black supremacists. I'm just going to call these people what it is, guys. These are black supremacists, right? These are black supremacists, right? So this is the question that Myron asks a lot. What laws are on the books? What can a man do that a woman can't? What rights do men have that women don't? Well, what rights do white people have that black people don't? That's the answer to the question. Or that is the question. And the answer is there is nothing. White people can't do anything in this country legally that black people can't. That's just how it is, man. There are no laws White people have the same rights as black people. They don't have any rights that black people don't.
I don't think there's any laws that say that
You don't think there's any laws, but
you can do something that I can't. But then again,
okay, that's the problem right there. But then again, he just asked you a simple question. He asked you a simple question. What rights do we have as white people that you don't have as black people? Right? Oh shit, wait a minute. I did not notice this before. I did not notice this before. Holy whoa.
Is this a snow bunny situation?
You know, it might be a snow bunny situation, Dr. Umar. This might be a snow bunny situation, Dr. Umar. I did not notice this. I did not notice the snow bunny there. And I've watched this several times. I never noticed the snow bunny there. Interesting that we would catch. Now, she's not a very good looking snow bunny, but she is a snow bunny nonetheless. Oops, sorry.
system can't be ignored. Like, we can't just say it does not exist because there are countless examples of it existing.
Countless examples of it existing.
Maybe just one example of what you're talking about. So what's wrong with the system that allows, I guess, racism to be systemic or institutionalized?
There it is. He just sharp angled him with this question. He just sharp angled him with this question. The guy just said, well, there are countless examples of systemic racism. David Cate asks him, okay, give me one example. And it's fucking crickets. Crickets. And guys, what's very important about this exchange right here, and again, shout out to this young man for coming on here and having a respectful debate, right? Hey, look, man, we whether you agree or not, being able to have a respectful debate is something that we should always strive to do. I'm still working on it myself. Sometimes I'm working on being civil during debates. I'm not always civil. I get out of pocket and stupid, but it's just something I'm going to have to work on, right? It's just something I'm going to have to work on. So shout out to him for stepping up. But again, the fact that he said, well, there are countless examples of systemic racism, and he can't name one. You know what that says to me? That says to me that the things coming out of his mouth are not from his own brain. You can always tell that when you're talking to or debating someone that they're just saying things that they heard or saw on the internet. Because when you ask them to substantiate their claim, they can't do it. This means that what comes out of their mouth is somebody else's rhetoric, somebody else's idea. Yeah.
I mean, I would argue the opposite.
See?
Like,
Look. Let's just watch that whole sequence. Look, just give me one example. Couldn't fucking do
So
it.
what's wrong with the system that allows, I guess, racism to be systemic or institutionalized?
I mean, I would argue the opposite.
Yeah, exactly. Batman on the Rumble site says Myra needs to be our HBCU warrior. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't let the cat out of the bag. But Myron and I, we got some things in the works. I'm just gonna put it out. I'm just gonna put it like that.
Like, again,
Zen Zone says, "Is this HBCU game?" No.
Nope.
This is absolutely not HBCU game. Now I'll tell you what: if the nigga wanted, if one of these niggas went over there and talked to the Becky, then that would be HBCU game because you were literally at an HBCU with a nigga run a game on a white girl.
and we have civil rights acts on top of civil rights acts, in addition to the 14th Amendment's equal protection clause.
Now I want you guys to watch very, very, very carefully to this young lady right here. Watch very carefully to this young lady right here, because when he mentions, because the kid asks again a question that he heard, a question that he's going to parrot. Well, when was America ever great? And when he says it was great when Donald Trump was in office, I want you to watch this young lady right here. That's when the shit really hit the fan.
14th Amendment being written for the sole purpose of expanding and equalizing the rights of white people and black people. And furthermore, the 14th Amendment Equal Protection Clause echoes exactly what, like, the Civil Rights Act says, right? You cannot be discriminated based on your inalienable characteristics like your race, your sex, your sexuality, etc.
But even though we have these laws, that doesn't stop it from happening. We still know.
Doesn't stop what from happening, young man? You said it doesn't stop it from happening. Stop what from happening? He asked you to give him one example. You couldn't give him one. He bailed you out and continued to answer his own question correctly, and you're still saying, well, it's still countless examples. It still doesn't stop it from happening. Stop what from happening exactly? That's what we're getting at. Give us examples of this systemic racism. This kid was not ready for this debate, but hey, at least he stepped up and tried.
You're right, racism does happen still,
Yes, it does.
even though there are laws that ban it. And I think that those laws are oftentimes used to enforce a culture of anti-racism in the United States. We actually cancel people for being racist all the time.
Yeah, Robert Anderson in the chat says Civil Rights Act of 1870, 1873, and 1875. Absolutely. As well as, all that was in the Fourth Amendment.
But we have in the system, as far as the system goes, you can't stop people from being racist on an individual level, unfortunately.
Yeah, the Husband is in the house, fellow Eagles fan, says it is very easy to concede when you make this mistake in debate and regain respect. He doesn't get it. That is, see, and again, this is why I used to not want to debate people, because debates these days are not really debates. It's just an arguing contest. Okay? A debate is supposed to be a discussion, because the reason why I don't like the word debate is because it connotes a winner and a loser. It connotes competition. So it's not about getting it right. It's about being right. I remember I debated Alex with Playing with Fire years and years ago, and he could not concede on the definition of what were we arguing? What were we debating? We were arguing about something. Oh man, it had something to do with anecdotal or something like that. It was a definition, and I looked up the definition. So he gave me some statistic on Google, and then I looked up the definition of a word we were arguing about over Google. I gave him the definition, and he would not concede. He wouldn't. I'm like, Alex, if you can't concede objective truth from the source that we both pulled it from, then we're not debating. We're just arguing. I said, you don't want to get it right. You want to be right. And I forget what the word was, but he kept going back and forth with me. I'm like, Alex, this is the, like, what are we doing? Like, we're both pulling from Google. You have your definition. Google has theirs. You got your stats from Google, but all of a sudden now you're going to argue with me about a definition? That's not debate. That's an arguing competition.
Happens in every country.
It was actually, that's what it was. It was empirical data. We were going back and forth about the definition of empirical. And I looked up the definition, and it was exactly what I had said earlier with a little bit more detail. And Alex was like, well, no, according to this and that. I'm like, Alex, this is supposed to be a debate. If we can't concede objective truths that we have learned, that we can see, if you can't tell me that when you put if you can't concede to me that if you put a dry shirt into water and when you pull it out, it's wet, then you're arguing in bad faith. You're just trying to win the argument.
On every continent, all around the world, and it has since the beginning of time. But what you can do is make it illegal to institutionalize it by saying, you can't allow you have to allow everybody to eat at your restaurant. You can't not admit people based on their color. You can't prioritize people based on their color, etc.
It's too bad they can't. It's too bad they can't, man. At least nowadays, because we know niggas don't like. We listen. How many videos have we seen? How many videos have we seen of groups of niggas just skipping the bill, or trying to get some free shit, or just dine and dash, just walking out at the restaurant? Like, they'll eat a bunch of stuff, run up a $300 tab, and then just walk out. Or they'll say, "Oh, there's a bug in my soup," and want to get comp for it.
And I would say that I would say getting rid of DEI works towards that objective.
Yes, sir.
So, y'all had say "Make America Great Again." How do y'all feel that America is not great, and how do y'all feel that America can be great again? And when was it great?
See, there it is. There's another question. This is another question that didn't come from his own mind. It was a question that came from the nigger rhetoric. Well, when was America ever great? See, that's the thing. This is what niggas do. Make America great again. Well, when was it ever great? I don't know. It's been great for quite a while, until the last maybe 10, 15 years. Until niggas started taking over.
Yeah, I would say that the most recent example of America being great.
Watch this young lady. Watch her turn around.
Was the first term of Donald Trump, and then we had 4 years of Joe Biden.
See, she's like, what? Let me rewind it a little bit. Watch the top right-hand corner. Watch this girl turn around, and this was sort of as soon as he said Donald Trump, this was sort of the tipping point.
Recent example of America being great was the first term of Donald Trump.
Watch.
And then we had 4 years of Joe Biden and chaos, and then
Now you notice the background noise, the static is starting to ratchet up. As soon as he said America was great when Donald Trump was in office, and look at this nigga sitting here smiling like, hey, he gotcha. What he is doing is he is telling something you don't want to hear. He's telling you something you don't want to hear.
Trump is president again, so this is his campaign hat for his lead up to his second term.
Now this obviously, I guess they fast forwarded this to sort of a time lapse type of deal because this was just a bunch of stuff that he was saying. But I guess they want to get to the violent part. Yeah, Craig J says, it's funny when people who probably never left the country love to complain about the country. Exactly. So now what's happened here? So here we go. So here we go. So here we go. So now she's going to escalate this. She doesn't want to debate. She doesn't want to have a discussion. She doesn't want to hear the other side. All she wants to do is be an agent of chaos, as black women tend to do. So here's the first act of violence. Well, not the first act of violence. This is the first match. Yay! So then they pick it back up.
Come on, really?
See, there it is. And so now the other girl comes up and steals the sign. What are we doing? What are we doing? Guys, this right here, this behavior right here is proving all of the stereotypes, not only about black people, but about liberals. Liberals are not, liberals and Democrats, they don't want to hear the other side. You want to, and I think a big reason why they don't want to hear the other side is because they're afraid it's going to make sense to them. Because if it makes sense to them, then they have to concede that. That's why this is why they like the goalpost move. Anytime you make a point in a debate that makes sense to the other person who is being disingenuous, they move the goalpost. Just like Basil Denson. I kept sharp angling him on Martin Luther King. He kept telling me, well, I disagree. And when I would defeat his argument, defeat his point, he would change it. Even when he tried to put words in my mouth, well, just because you sleep with other women doesn't make you a bad person. I said, that doesn't make him, I never said it made him a bad person. He said, well, compared to Charlie Kirk, and then he smiled. He kept trying, I was like, no, not compared to Charlie Kirk. Like, he kept trying to put words in kept moving the goalpost. This is how they do.
Seriously? Yo. Okay.
Here we go. Right here. This nigga right here. You better not. Let's rewind this.
Yo. You better not. Okay.
He says, you better not, boy. You better not. Now, number one, this nigga's a coward. The only reason why this nigga's talking like this to this dude is because he's around a throng of people. So let me go ahead and point that out. Number one, this dude is much bigger. The white boy is much bigger than the black dude. But the only reason why the black dude feels emboldened is because he's got a throng of people back there. Because let's say the white dude retaliates and gets in his face. You guys know what's going to happen. Niggas, they don't fight one-on-one. They fight 10-on-1. They fight 20-on-1. They fight dozens on one. They don't fight one-on-one. They don't fight fair. They fight dirty. That's why this dude is so emboldened. Don't you dare, boy. And look at this. This is interesting. They're not a violent people, huh? Look at his fist. His fist is balled up. And I'm gonna blow this up on the screen. This nigga's fist is balled up like he's ready to hit somebody. Let me bring this up here quickly. I'll also tell you this while I'm waiting for that to come up. As crazy as this was, guys, this dude right here actually probably prevented something really, really bad from happening. He probably prevented something really, really bad from happening. Let's rewind it a little bit so you guys can see the context. Okay, so he tries to grab the sign that the other girl is stealing. Now, of course, now he comes in, you better not, boy, trying to be all impressive, trying to impress the black woman, simping out for women who really don't give a fuck about them, right? But let's just say, for example, let's just say, for instance, he actually was able to reach out and grab the sign from the girl. What do you think the girl would have done? And I think it's like a paper, poster board paper. It probably, if it rips, maybe she runs away because at that point, mission accomplished. I destroyed their sign. But what if he grabs it and he yanks it away from her? What do you think she's going to do? She's going to try to get it back. What do you think he's going to do? He's going to try to prevent her from getting it back. And if he prevents her from getting it back, she is going to get violent. You want to know why? Because that's what these people do. They get violent. And if she starts hitting him, everyone's going to start hitting him. So this man getting in this dude's face, he probably doesn't realize it at this point. He may very well have saved a lot. He saved a lot of people Number one, he saved Tennessee State University a very expensive lawsuit. Number two, he saved this guy, whatever this guy's name is, he saved them a beatdown. Because if he gets his hands on that sign, you know he's jumping in, and you know these niggas, that's what happens. When a white person is fighting a black person, guys, look. I remember when I was in grade school and middle school. And I know a lot of you guys who are around my age probably remember this saying. Stay with me here. It goes, a fight, a nigger and a white. If the nigger don't win, I jump in. You guys remember that? You understand? Tony X Gaten says, I got my money on the black guy, not the pasty, frail, lanky, white guy. Sorry. Yeah, the reason why you got the black dude is because you know everybody else is going to jump in. Right? So there's another black supremacist, Tony X Gaten, thinks that just because this kid is a black dude means that automatically he can just whoop this white dude. No, that dude is pretty big. So you can put your money. Listen, man. And here's another thing, Tony. If it's very easy for this little nigga to be running up on this dude, if it was just one-on-one, I can promise you he wouldn't do that. I can promise you he wouldn't do that. He absolutely would not do that. The only reason why this little nigga's getting in this white boy's face is because he knows he's got the crowd backing him up. A fight, a nigger and a white. If the nigga don't win, I jump in. That's what this is. So yeah, please, by all means, place your bets, Tony. But I'll tell you what, would you bail his ass out then? See, this is what niggas do. Well, I got my money on the black dude. Really? Okay, that's cool. And he might win the fight, but he would end up losing the war. He would end up losing the war, Tony, because his dumb ass would be in jail, and Tennessee State University would be facing a lawsuit. Still want to place that bet? So I think this guy inadvertently and probably doesn't realize that he probably saved Tennessee State University a lot of money, probably saved this guy a beat down, and probably saved himself from expulsion.
Guys, we're literally just here to have.
DeMacta Tucker says, what if the white dude studies karate or boxing? Karate's not going to help him. Karate's not going to help him. Boxing will. Look, guys, I'm just here to tell you. Dude, karate is a kid's martial art. Karate is a juvenile martial art. Okay? If you want to, listen, if you want to learn a martial art to fight someone effectively, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, dude, learn to box, learn to wrestle, and then you can blend those up into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's what you do. Don't take karate. Take Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, take a Muay Thai boxing, that's also very effective. Krav Maga, very, very effective. If you learn to box and learn to wrestle, you will win more fights than you lose.
Civil discussions.
And of course he comes over, he's like, dude, we're just trying to have a civil discussion.
Bring the sign back.
Here come the cops. Now, my guess is that they probably turned off the sound because... Wait a minute. Where'd it go in? Yeah. Looks like they turned off the sound. Oops. Sorry about that. And now they're chimping out. Look. See, now they're screaming Black Lives Matter. They don't really mean Black Lives Matter. Okay? Black Lives Matter. We are racist. They don't give a fuck about Black Lives Matter. Because guess what? If Black Lives mattered, they would not have openly celebrated the death of Kevin Samuels. If Black Lives mattered, they would not have openly celebrated the death of Kobe Bryant. See, these niggas and bitches that love them always talking about Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. If Black Lives Matter, you guys wouldn't be celebrating the deaths of your own kind. Sorry. It's incredible. I just can't believe the way these people are acting. They are literally verifying all of the stereotypes. Yugi says Muay Thai is better. I don't give a shit which is better. They always gonna be mad. How many pounds of fake hair are in this video, by the way? So this is him leaving.
All right, we're gonna do like a little end live pregame or post-game situation here. We have 500 people watching.
We've got 500 right here watching.
Look. Whoa. This is insane. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Hey, you're pretty close. Wow.
Well, I think the Fearless Tour definitely made an impact
Yeah,
on
yeah.
HBCU.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Did somebody just throw
Look
something
at
in our
this
car?
right now.
Look at that. Somebody just threw something at the
He's trying
car.
to hit the car.
Insane, man. Incredible. Incredible.
My gosh.
I think Horace is still out there trying to make sure the car is safe.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, officers.
Wow. Hey.
So thank you, Ossifers. Still, look at this.
Oh my gosh, they threw a drink up.
Michael says, "Yo, son, what is this? This is a this is the quote unquote debate at Tennessee State University."
Yeah, we got this all live. I'm posting this directly after so everyone can see exactly what
Holy
happened.
shit.
Oh my gosh.
Turn up the live. We're good.
All right, guys, we are out of here. We'll see you later from the Fearless Tour gang.
Are they gonna block me in here now?
Yeah.
I think that might be what they're trying to do.
See, do you see this? See? So now they're trying to block them in. They know who they are, and this girl just walked up to these people in this car, and she's like, "Hey, man, we got the white boys. We got the white boys in the back of us. Let's block them in." What were these people going to do, guys? What were these people going to do? Look at this, acting like a fucking animal. What is this? Like, what?
They're
Like, are you
intentionally blocking
serious?
us.
They're blocking us. Here comes the cop. I'm not gonna hit you now, I guess. I'm not gonna
Here
hit
come
you
the
now, I
cops.
guess.
Okay, yeah, here come the cops. Good, good. Look, they're trying to block him
They
in.
wanted us to leave.
Yeah,
hitting the
right. See, there it is. Yeah, there it is. I thought they wanted us to leave. Okay, we're leaving, but now they want to block them in. And Connor P says, "Cowardice at its finest. They act tough when it's 100-on-1 and can't even have a respectful conversation one-on-one." Guys, this is why the black community is an abject disaster. It's ridiculous.
We're trying to leave, and they're telling us to leave, and they don't want us to leave, I guess. Hey. They are still hitting the car.
Yep, still damaging the car. Look at this. Look at these people. Look at these. Look at this. Insane.
They're
Absolutely
intentionally blocking
insane.
us. They want us to leave, but they don't want us to leave.
It's like
No, no. They didn't want you to have the conversation, and they want to beat you guys down. That's what it is.
the biggest conundrum of all time. They're still hitting the car. This is wild. It's like a zombie apocalypse or something, man. Like they're
Hair hats, baby. Let's go.
They're still hitting the car. Whoa! That was loud.
Insane. Insanity.
Do this the whole way out of here.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
You know they are.
Just go the
Please.
opposite direction, David. Maybe just go straight.
They do not debate with their ideas, guys. They just. Whoa. Yeah, we're gone now.
That's the
We are
funniest
gone
shit.
now. Oh.
Here we go. So let me take a screen grab of this because I'm actually going to. I actually meant to do this a while back, but I ran into some technical difficulties even before I came on live today. But this is crazy. This is him leaving. This is him leaving campus. This is him leaving campus, being escorted off of the campus, and they are following him, shouting obscenities.
All we did was set up a table.
Look at this. Absolute insanity. You a loser! You a loser! You a loser! Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. This is crazy. Literally proving all of the stereotypes. It's insane. What is he even talking about? Guys, BLM, Black Lives Matter, that's no longer, guys, I want you to understand, Black Lives Matter is not it's not a cause anymore. Black Lives Matter is coded, it's a battle cry. It's a code word for fuck white people. Tell me I'm lying. When people start to scream Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, they're not really worried about black lives that matter. No, What they're saying is we hate white people. We hate white people. Down with white people. That's what that means. Sweetie, it's how do you feel? How do you feel? Let's learn English, sweet cheeks. Let's learn English. Oh my God, what are they doing?
Where you going now? Because it ain't TSU no more, boy.
This is supposed to be an institution of higher learning. And look at how these animals are acting.
Can't even hear you. Very safe, very black, and very tired of this.
Tired of what? See, listen to them. They didn't park this way, they parked that way. They didn't park this way, they parked that way. They're actively trying to follow them.
Hey, what's up, man? Like, oh, press the hell. You feel me? Like, it's
Ay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Guys, if you have pulled up, I want people that disagree. I don't want to talk to anybody who agrees. At least not right now. So if you agree, if we have time a little bit later on, I'll have you guys on. But at this point, I only want people on at this point who disagree. If you have a disagreement. Okay, if you have a disagreement. So shout out to Phoenix Light Games. He actually sent me another video that points out something that is extraordinarily disturbing. Extraordinarily disturbing, yet not surprising. Extraordinarily disturbing, but not surprising. The title of this video is, a TSU student pulls this out after riot against us starts. So let's go ahead and roll the tape, or roll the video.
Hey, you can't, don't do that. Come on. Yo. Oh, you cut it out, Blake. You better not. Okay. Yo, bring the sign back.
Look at that. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? This nigga's got a goddamn screwdriver. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Watch. Just watch. Watch him. Look, he's right here. Just watch him. He's got the screwdriver out right now. Look. Now watch it very closely. He actually starts to, and you can see one of the MAGA guys is right here. He's got a, dude, I don't know who this guy is, but he's obviously with their crew. This guy has a screwdriver in his hand. Now watch. Incredible. Look at this. You a loser.
All right, we're gonna do like a little end live pre-game or post-game situation here. We have 500 people
Robert Anderson says, "Why didn't the cops notice this?"
watching.
We've got 500 right here watching.
Look. Whoa. This is insane.
It is. This is literally insanity.
Oh my gosh.
I cannot believe that nigga pulled out a fucking weapon. I can't believe he pulled out a weapon, man. I mean, I can, but it is absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. You want to know what's even more shocking? You want to know what's even more shocking? Tennessee State's response to this. So let's go to the Tennessee State. Let's go to the Tennessee State University statement about this. You guys are not going to believe this. So after the incident, Tennessee State released a statement that said, "Today, a group of individuals unaffiliated with Tennessee State University appeared on campus without prior notice. In accordance with the university policy, any demonstration or protest activity requires advance approval and permitting. Campus police and staff responded promptly, and the individuals were escorted from the university grounds without incident. At all times, TSU students conducted themselves in a professional and respectful manner." Let me read that again. At all times, TSU students conducted themselves in a professional and respectful manner. The safety and well-being of our students, faculty, and the staff remain our highest priority. TSU will continue to uphold university policies and ensure that campus remains safe, a safe, welcoming, and orderly environment for all members of our community. Okay, so first of all, there are a couple of flaws in here, obviously. Number one, Tennessee State University, that is a public university. Okay, and for those of you guys who are not familiar with the difference between a public university and private university, a public university is what Taker says exactly in the chat. These taxes pay these piece of shit clowns. Absolutely. And on a public university, and at every public university, there is a space for free speech. Steven Crowder actually used to do this on campus and outside of campus. I remember he was either at Texas Tech or Texas A&M. He was right there at the front entrance. Okay. He's right there at the front entrance, but every once in a while he would be on campus. You can only do this. You can only do this at a public university. That's why they had a right to be there. You can't do this you can't do this on private campus. If you're going to a private campus, they will kick you out because it is a private university. This is a public university funded by the taxpayers. So they had every right to be there, number one. Number two, there was no there was no demonstration or protest activities. It says, in accordance with university policy, any demonstration or protest activity requires advance approval and permitting. There was no protest, and there was no protest, and there was no demonstration. These guys just set up a table to have a civilized discussion about America. That's it. The biggest joke of all says, at all times, TSU students conducted themselves in a professional and respectful manner. I guess they didn't see those two bitches stealing signs. I guess they didn't see that little undersized nigga stepping up to that dude talking about some boy, you better not. I guess they didn't see the nigga with the screwdriver. I guess they didn't see none of that. I guess they didn't see everybody dancing and acting like fucking monkeys. I guess they didn't see people running with the car, trying to block them in, doing probably hundreds, if not thousands of dollars of damage to these people's car. But yeah, they respected professionally and respectfully. Yeah, right. Okay, got it. Then she talks about the safety of the students, faculty, and staff. Let me ask you guys a question. The students, the faculty, and the staff were never in danger. Nobody was ever in danger. Okay? Dude, these three guys were outnumbered, 150 to 3 or 4. It was just 4 of them. There's just 4 of them. So for every one white dude, there's like 75 niggas. Who's in danger? The niggas or the white people? The niggas ain't gonna be, the niggas gonna be safe. Now, a lot of people might ask, a lot of people are probably, you guys in the chat, you guys are probably thinking to yourself, okay, like that's absolutely crazy. That's ridiculous. There's absolutely no way. Who would authorize? And it's interesting. We don't see. It's very, very interesting that we don't see anybody's name on this, right? It just says the office of the staff of Tennessee State University. So just to give you guys a little bit of background, like Dr. B84 said earlier, okay, most of the students at Tennessee State University are black. To go a little bit deeper, 65% of their student population are women. So you got 80% black, 65% women, right? And oh, by the way, and I mentioned this before, the 91% acceptance rate and the 8% or the 18% graduation rate, that means they are ranked 1,500 out of 2,200 schools. So like I said before, better than 9 out of 10 people get in, but then less than 1 out of 5 actually graduates. So one might ask yourself, okay, well, who is the school president right now? Because obviously they're the ones that have to make the call. Well, let me give you a little backstory on this. So the school president right now is Dwayne Tucker. Okay, he is Tennessee State University's 9th school president. He actually started as the interim president back in 2024 until they gave him the permanent role and the title in 2025, right? So he's only been there a few months. Well, during the few months, there's been some turnover, and the reason why he was there in the first place is because they were mired in financial difficulties. Well, the president before Dwayne Tucker was a woman by the name of Glenda Baskin Glover. She was the president for 9 years. Now, Baskin Glover, and obviously Glenda Baskin Glover, you can already tell she's a feminist because I doubt her middle name is Baskin. Her maiden name is probably Baskin. So she's got a hyphenated last name. But Glover was there for 9 years. She is a CPA and a lawyer, very accredited. She's got a PhD. I think she has like a PhD, CPA, jurisprudence, or I'm sorry, she's got like a JD combination. Very educated woman. Well, guess what? She ran the school into the ground financially. This is why they hired Dwayne Tucker. And in the end, Glover, the old president, actually got a severance of like something like 1.8 or almost $2 million, and now she's an advisor. Gentlemen, this is a patriarchy, or this is a matriarchy. This is a matriarchy. Okay? This is reflective of that. Of course the school is going to excuse this behavior. Of course they're going to excuse this behavior. Because in the end, and think about this, Dwayne Tucker right now is the president, but the cabinet, the staff, that's all set up for Glenda Glover. That's why the message was the way it was. Right? Dwayne Tucker couldn't chastise or vilify the activities of the students because you've got an 80% female student population. What, you mean a black man is going to, you think a black man at this university is going to chastise the students and actually keep it real? Of course not. Of course not. He's got to bow down to the matriarchy. He might be the president, but women run that school, and it's evident. It's absolutely evident in it's evident in this statement. Phoenix Light Games with the $5 super chat says, Donovan, notice the weapon he had was a flathead, not a star-shaped. The flathead is a more malicious weapon of choice. It's harder to stab and better for suffering. Absolutely. That's a very good point. That is a very good point. That is a very, very good point. Yeah, flatheads, obviously we all know the difference between a flathead and a Phillip head. If you're a King of Queens fan back in the day, maybe you're familiar with the Arthur head screwdriver. Just trying to lighten things up. The flathead will do damage because the flathead, not only is it a weapon, but the flathead has two sharp points. The flathead has two very, very sharp points. The Phillip head, yeah, it's better for penetration, but the flathead, it's harder to penetrate, which means it takes a lot more force to get in there and a lot more force to get it out. That's why he had that. Very, very, very good observation. Let's go to the end. So the NAACP of Tennessee actually chimed in on this, and let's take a look at the NAACP's. Let's take a look at their statement. Today, Tuesday, September 23rd of 2025, at about 3 o'clock p.m., a group calling themselves Fearless Debates appeared on the campus of Tennessee State University. They wore, quote, Make America Great Again hats and carried poster boards bearing inflammatory messages, such as deport all illegals now and DEI should be illegal. They attempted to draw students into conversations centered on these messages, which were framed as debate, but functioned as provocation. Isn't that something? Now, I'll get back to that in a second. I'll actually get back to that. Okay? Because I'll tell you what, the NAACP might have been right. They might have been right that this was sort of a debate, sort of, under the guise. It might have been just a provocation under the guise of debate, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why that's not out of the realm of possibility. It continues. This incident was not an isolated act of political expression. It was an intentional effort to antagonize, disrupt, and instill fear in a space created to be safe, affirming and supportive of black students. While we recognize and respect that free speech is a constitutional right, there is a clear, urgent distinction between constructive dialogue and rhetoric deliberately designed to provoke, demean, and endanger the psychological safety of students at HBCUs. Translation, HBCU students, they're mentally midgets. They're mentally weak. Are you kidding me? The psychological safeties, the psychological safety, your student body is soft. Your student body is soft. They can't take criticism. They don't want to be in debates. Number one. Number two, nobody at the university was ever in danger. It was literally the entire university against these 4 guys and maybe 10 police officers. That's it. So even when niggas do nigga shit, of course, the NAACP is they're going to blame the white dudes. But let me go back to this. I like this, which were framed as a debate, but functioned as provocation. Now, is it possible? Is it possible that the reason why they did this was to provoke the students? Absolutely. And if that was the purpose, Don DeMarco. Because if that was their intention, they knew what was going to happen. They knew that. Do you guys remember the videos? I don't know if you guys remember. There used to be like these kinds of videos, and I forgot what. Maybe on YouTube, maybe Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I don't know. But it's always somebody filming, and one white guy will just walk into a group of black guys and just say stupid shit. Right? He'll be like, "Hey, get up, boy. Wait, what'd you say?" And they would try to jump and beat the crap out of him, literally showing that you can control black people with just the things you say. This is what niggas don't understand. This is what niggas don't understand, is that they think they're being bold and confident. No, you guys are being controlled by words. You guys are being controlled by narratives. Black people, niggas do not realize that white people now know how they can control you. They know that all they have to do is call you a nigger and you will do exactly what they want you to do. And I told you guys that this is how the Civil War will start. We got a lot of black people in this country who seem to forget that we're the minority in this country. Okay? They seem to forget that we are the minority in this country. What does that mean? Being a minority doesn't just mean you're black. It means that most people in the country that you're in are not like you. If white people ever decided to retaliate, it would be very, very quick. Right? So if somebody wants to start something, when and if white people decide to retaliate, and God knows we do not want or need that, but if they did, the plan would be simple. Just go into a crowd of black people, call one of them the N-word, people start jumping, and all of a sudden you got rooftop Koreans doing what rooftop Koreans do. The only difference is that they're going to be white. Yeah, you want to beat the crap? Hey, we already know the plan. All you got to do is go into a crowd of black people, call one of them the N-word, and they will all jump you. Guys, we see it all the time. This isn't racism. This is pattern recognition. So if white people were to ever come up with a plan, okay, Zed, you go in, you call Tyrone there, you call him the N-word. Tyrone and Jamario, they're all gonna jump you. You boys up on the rooftop? Do your thing. Dude, that's how it would go. That is how it would go. Batman says, Donovan, I hope you don't get caught up. No, I won't get caught up. I will not get caught up. I live in a fortress within a fortress. Ain't nobody coming for me. If they do, it's going to be a bad day for them. And the thing is this, that's actually a very good comment there by Batman. The thing is this, man, white people know the difference between black people and niggas. They know the difference between black people and niggas, right? Oh yeah, dude, it takes 5. Listen, we always say, a woman decides she wants to fuck you within like 2 seconds. Well, guess what? White people can tell that you are a nigga within about 5 seconds. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you act. And I told you guys the story a while back, before I went gluten-free, I went to this Asian restaurant. I went to this like Japanese restaurant to pick up some crab rangoon. The best, oh my God, I shouldn't have said that. The best freaking crab rangoon ever. Anyway, I walked in there and there was an older couple. They might have been in their 60s or 70s. And again, I live in a pristine neighborhood. Like no trash anywhere. Thick police presence. The community that I live in has its own private police force. So if you're on the vicinity and they scan your license plate and you don't live here, they will escort you out along with the Reno Police Department. Right? So these are the kinds of people these are the kind of people I'm around, people I see all the time. Right? So I walk in and there's a girl at the bar. That's where I ordered the food. I was like, yeah, I'd like to order some crab rangoon. And me and the girl are talking, she's taking my order. And I noticed the older white couple, old white people, big tattooed black man. And they said, excuse me, we don't mean to interrupt, but like, are you on, like, do you do radio? Like, are you on the radio? You have a very good, like, your voice is almost too perfect. They said, well, interestingly enough, I do make a living talking, but it's not on the radio. I said, I have a podcast. They're like, oh, okay, we thought so. You have a very, very good speaking voice. Had a nice little conversation until my crab rangoon came out. Good to go. So if something bad ever were to happen and those people were to come across me, they'd be like, yeah, not that guy. I've been pulled over plenty of times, guys. As soon as I open my mouth, it completely disarms the cop. I remember when I was selling Audis. I was 19 years old. I was selling Audis. I was right on the 440 inner belt line. I used to work at Scott. I used to work at Scott Garton, Ilderton Dodge, and Scott Garton Audi. I don't know if it's. I know Ilderton Dodge is there. I don't think Scott Garton Audi. Anyway, I used to have to regularly transport Audis back and forth. While I'm on the 440 inner belt line, I'm 19 years old. A Raleigh Police Department, seeing dealer tags, he pulls me over. And he comes over, he's like, license and registration, please. And I could tell that he was a little keyed up. I was like, yeah, absolutely. You have the registration? He's like, yeah, it's in the glove box. Yeah, okay, I'll get it. And he says, sir, does this car belong to you? I says, no, sir, it does not. I said, it belongs to my employer, Scott Garton Audi. He says, oh, all right. Well, let me just make sure everything gets checked. So he goes to the back. Everything checks out. He lets me go. I said, by the way, if you're ever in the market for a vehicle, give me a call. Now, he never came back, but his friend did. There it is. There it was. Now, I could have been like, I can't believe he pulled me over. The reason he pulled me over is because I was a young black man driving an $80,000 vehicle with dealer tags. That's why he pulled me over. I didn't get upset because I knew I pulled me over. The guy profiled me. All right, no big deal. Completely disarmed him by being polite, being compliant. I didn't say, man, what you doing? Hold up, what is you doing? I can't believe you. This is what we're. No, because that would have ended badly. No. Does this car belong to you? No, sir, officer, it does not. It belongs to my employer, Scott Garton Audi. He went and did his thing. I said, by the way, if you're ever in the market for a vehicle, give me a call. His friend came in and said, yeah, my friend's a cop. He said, and he actually made a joke. He's like, yeah, my friend's a cop. And he said he pulled you over because he thought it might be stolen. I was like, don't worry about it, man. I was like, what would you like to see? I mean, dude, I think it was either a $5,500 or $6,500 commission. I can't remember exactly, but I made over $5,000 on that. $5,000. I'm 19 years old. Made $5,000 on one deal because I had the presence of mind not to get all up in my feelings. This is just how it works, guys. This is how it works. So I said all that to say this. The way you act dictates the way people treat you. White people are very, very adept at spotting the difference between black people and niggas. Niggas make, and here's the funny thing. Niggas, there are a lot of people who do sound articulate that are actually niggas in disguise. I am not a nigga in disguise. Used to be. And guys, remember, you guys are talking to a 4-time convicted felon. Now, all of those felonies have been expunged. That's why I was able to vote this year for the first time in I don't know how long. But you're talking to a 4-time convicted felon. I used to be just like these people. If somebody looked at me a certain kind of way, if somebody did or said something, I was ready to fucking fight. I was ready to fight. So I used to be these people. And I talk the way I do. So there are some niggas in disguise. There aren't too many out there, but there are some niggas in disguise out there. The point is that as long as you are compliant, as long as you are polite, the cops will leave you alone. Okay, I've got Alan on the. Hang on one second. Alan, you've got the Jeremy Renner. Avatar, which is interesting. Let me go ahead and bring you up.
What's up? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about you? What's on your mind?
Well, what's on your mind? I've been on a kick lately, looking up Colin show on YouTube, okay. And I said in the search filter to live, you're the first one that came up. What are you talking about? What's the topic today?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to have you on if you don't know what the topic is, buddy.
No. I said if you disagree, and I saw HBCU attack white people, and I said, I don't know, this seems interesting.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Alan. How about you do a little bit of research and then come back and talk to me? Okay, I'm not going to sit here and explain. I'm not going to sit here and explain to you what the subject matter is. I've been live now for what, a half an hour? Half an hour. I've been live for an hour. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go do some research. Come on, what are you doing? Again, like Alan, if you disagree, only if you disagree, go ahead and call in. The link is in the description. The link is in the description. Hopefully Alan does this. Alan was either a troll or he really just thought I was just going to walk him through this all over again. And I'm just not going to do that. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. Anyway, like I said, this is a matriarchy, and this is why the university and the NAACP have had the response that they've had, that they've had, right? They've had the response that they've had. And this is interesting. Brad Wilson in the chat, who literally has the same avatar as Alan, says, damn, TF. Brad, if you are Alan, what the fuck? I'll tell you what the fuck. Bro, Oh Good For You says, know what you're disagreeing about. Right. Come on, Alan. Like, if you disagree, like, what are you doing? Brad says, I'm not trolling, bro. Okay, I believe you, but you need to do some research. You don't call into a show and be like, all right, what are we talking about today? No, do your research and then come tell me whether you agree or disagree. Stop it. Stop it. And just because you say something doesn't make it true. Just because you say something doesn't make it true. Now, a lot of people think that this is probably a waste of time. A lot of people think that this was probably a waste of time. Why even go onto these HBCU campuses and do all this stuff? Because you know how it is going to be, right? You know how this is going to be. I think that and my guess is that not everyone there felt the same way. I'm sure that there were probably some people there that really wanted to have a spirited debate. They're like, you know what? I want to get in here and debate these guys. But no, instead, they decided to act violent. They decided to act like a bunch of animals, hyenas and monkeys, as usual. Get out of here. Get out of here. Now we want to block you in so we can jump you. Right? We want to jump you. Blah, 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 blah. So now you understand. Now you understand at this point why the university responded in the way they did. Because it is absolutely a patriarchy. Let's take a look at some of the comments. Let's take a look at some of the comments here. Here's a good one. Why couldn't y'all just debate with them? Y'all couldn't have an intelligent debate? Apparently not.
Yep.
Oops.
Nope.
Here's one. Everyone in the comments talking about how you can't do this at an HBCU. Why don't you think black people can't handle a different opinion? Making your people look bad. There you go. Oh, obviously this was inevitable. Imagine, this person says, if the roles were reversed and it was mostly white school and a black commentator came there to welcome open debates peacefully, and they were ran off, threatened, attacked, and screamed at, and thrown things at, and accosted, followed, harassed, and intimidated. I'm just saying, keep it level for everyone. Why have different standards? Well, because black people are allowed to be racist in this country, and white people are not. Now, Angie M. Phillips says they should have received permission before showing up to the TSU campus. Now, they didn't need permission legally because, again, it is a public school. However, I would have strongly advised them. I would have strongly advised them to definitely not show up. You can't show up unannounced, especially not in this situation. Just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? It would have been smarter to get permission. Like, again, you don't need it because it's a public university. But if you let them know beforehand, what this does is that gives the school time to get ready, right? Time to get campus security out there, campus security coordinating with their private security, et cetera, et cetera. And guys, listen, obviously you can never guarantee 100% safety in these situations, right? Like there's no foolproof way. There's no foolproof way for something not to happen, as we obviously saw, unfortunately, with Charlie Kirk. But there are things that you can do to mitigate potential threats and lower your risk. Number one, get there early, scout the joint, get everything set up. Again, coordinate with campus security and your private security. Maybe hire extra security, right? And I say all the time, in juxtaposition with this, I say all the time, a lot of people say, well, why are you getting with her anyway? If a woman wants to cheat, she's going to cheat, so I may as well just let it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't make any requirements of her, because if she's going to cheat, she'll cheat. No. If a woman wants to cheat, she will absolutely cheat. I am 341% in agreement with that. Okay, but that doesn't mean I have to make it easy for her, right? Just like if somebody wants to rob you bad enough, it doesn't matter what kind of security system you have, they can and will find a way into your home if they want to get in there bad enough. But that doesn't mean I have to leave my alarm disarm and leave my doors unlocked. Like, what sense would it make? Well, hell, man, I mean, I'm going to get robbed anyway if they really want to. If they really want to get in here. If they really want to get in here, I want to get robbed. I'm going to get robbed anyway. May as well leave the door open. No, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. You should never do that. Just because you think it can happen inevitably does not mean you have to grease the skids. Alan, oh God, Alan. All right, Alan. All right, Alan, what do you want?
All right, I think I know what I disagree with now.
Okay.
I don't even necessarily disagree. I guess I want I watched back through the stream. I caught a couple of your videos. So I'm assuming you're obviously upset with the way that the students handled themselves in that video. You're not a big fan of how they did that?
Of course not. Who would be?
Okay, so, but your argument is that it's specifically because they were white MAGA supporters.
No, and I actually haven't gotten to that part yet. I think there were a couple of reasons why the students reacted this way. Number one is because they are conservative, and to be honest with you, if those three guys had showed up at the campus and they were black, they probably would have gotten the same reaction. But I think the fact that they were white, I think it definitely increased the temperature and to be honest with you, it made them even more emboldened.
All right, sure. I got you. Can you differentiate, and just as a baseline, and I don't mean, I'm not coming here to argue with you. I'm just kind of curious. I haven't seen this take before. Can you differentiate between like MAGA hat wearing Republican and then just a conservative? Can we agree that there's a difference in ideology and tone sometimes?
I don't know. I'm not really. I mean, okay, I'll take your word for it.
Like if they weren't wearing the MAGA hats, they just walked up with it was just 4 little white boys walking up on campus with a chair and a table and just said, "I'm conservative, debate me." Do you think they would have gotten the same reaction?
Yeah, they definitely would have gotten the same. Yeah, they definitely would have gotten the same reaction with or without the MAGA hat. I think the MAGA hat accelerated and probably turned up the temperature a little bit, but as soon as they started...
Why do you think that is?
Well, hold on, let me finish. As soon as they started discussing, and I don't know if you watched the video, again, as soon as the guy said, yeah, America was great when Trump was here, then... America was great when Trump was here. The girl turned around, and that's apparently when things... Here's the thing, Alan. Let's cut the bullshit here. What's your position on this?
My position is maybe it wasn't the best of ideas. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's 100% within the students' right. They weren't violent. They just started to heckle a little bit.
Did you not see the dude with the screwdriver? Did you not see that? Also, if you had done your research, like I said, and we're going to watch the video here, one of the black students there actually told the guy, he's like, "You better not be back here when I get back, white boy, when I come back with something." So they were literally threatening violence. They didn't act violently, but they were threatening violence for sure.
You know what Brandenburg v. Ohio is?
I don't know.
It's kind of what we use. It's what we used for a while. We still use it sometimes in the courts.
Alan, let me stop you right here. Are you justifying the students? What do you think about the students' reaction?
I think the students' reaction is generally immature, but I think that it's to be expected, and I don't think that anyone...
Do you think it's to be expected because they're black or because they were conservative?
I think it's to be expected because I think that's the reaction that they wanted. If like 4 black students, do you know Hillsdale, Michigan? I live in Detroit. You know about Hillsdale College?
Bro. I don't know. I'm not as smart as you think I am. Okay.
No, fair enough. Okay, so Hillsdale College is considered one of the most...
Hold on. Let me finish. Let's dispense with all the case law and just give me your opinion.
My opinion is that if this could be the same reaction would have happened on the other side, brother. I don't think that your point that it's supposed to be some cultural zeitgeist microcosm of how the world is working right now.
No, you're wrong, my friend.
If it was an overwhelming conservative college like this one that one of my buddies lives next to, if it was 4 black students, it's almost entirely white, almost entirely conservative. Trump spoke there. Almost every single major Republican has spoke there at some point. Big deal. If 4 black students walked onto that campus with Black Lives Matter and shit like that on their body and sat down and just were like, "We're here for a debate. You're here for a debate." Same reaction would have happened, brother. And I'm telling you that with 100% confidence.
Hey, listen, you want to know something? I agree with you, Alan. But just because white people do it too does not give black people permission to do it.
No, of course not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I think that this conversation is a little bit pointed. Can we agree that it might be just a little biased to bring this up?
No, it's not biased at all. No, listen, racism is pattern recognition is not racism, my friend. And
okay, sure,
I'll tell you. And hold on, I'll tell you this too, Alan. I actually kind of halfway. I actually am starting to come around on what the NAACP said. They said they attempted to draw students into conversation centered on these messages, which were framed as debate but functioned as provocation. I honestly, and here's the thing, I don't think that these guys would ever admit to, hey, the reason why we did this is just to prove how, violent, black people are and this and that and the third. But that's exactly what happened. So even if their intention was to get a rise or get a reaction out of there, guess what? Black people, these black students, they verified the stereotype.
Okay, that's fair. That's an understandable take. I get what you're saying. I'm not even necessarily disagreeing with that part. I just think that, I know
you don't think we should have this conversation? Is that what you're saying?
What was that?
So you're telling me that we shouldn't be having this conversation, or what do you disagree with it?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I think that it's a bit sensationalized, the way that you're framing it. And I think that a lot of the people in your audience might have a skewed view of the situation now based on the way that you're presenting this. And I guess that's what I disagree with.
Okay, well, disagree if you want, but this happens. If you go to, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but there are a lot of black people that do this kind of shit all the time. They don't just do it on college campuses. They do it at graduations. They do it at stores, this and that and the third. So, okay, and here's the thing. Brandon Tatum, who is a black man, he actually had a campus event and Antifa showed up, and that was mostly white people. But I'm not going to, and that obviously the race, his race didn't matter. It was the fact that he was a Republican, and I think it was probably wearing a MAGA hat as well. But by the same token, two things can be true. Yes, there are some crazy conservatives out there, but this just proved once again that black people ratchet up the violence very quickly. And as soon as he said Donald Trump, MAGA hat or not, that's when the temperature was turned up. So listen, you can tell me.
Yeah, because what does Donald Trump represent for these young people? I guess that's my question to you. You can understand at least to an extent. I mean, these are young.
No, I don't.
Organized activist people.
Sorry,
I'm
not, Alan. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and legitimize and try to make excuses for animalistic behavior. If that's something that you want to do, that's perfectly fine. We're both Americans. We're both entitled to our opinions. But trying to bring in case law and, you can understand. No, I don't understand why they would do this. And to be honest with you, even people on the left are chastising this behavior.
Yeah, and I don't think it's good behavior. I'm not making up for the behavior necessarily. I'm making up for the fact that this has been sensationalized into some microcosm of but you see, black people, they can be violent too. Look at the radical left. They hate us. They want to hurt us.
Black people are violent, Alan. I don't know if you
know
this,
but I don't understand how this is if this wasn't on video, no one would have heard about it. No one would have given it.
But it was, you're right. You're absolutely right, Alan. But it was on video, and we all heard about it and talked about it.
Fair. Okay, understandable. But I guess my
what's
question
the but?
to you that
You just don't want me to talk about it? You think, and nobody's sensationalizing this. You saw what happened on the video, man. You don't have to say, we're not sensationalizing anything. You just, hold on, let me finish. Hold on. No, you literally just said sensationalizing it. I don't have to sensationalize it. The proof is in the pudding. Not only was that deplorable behavior by these black students at a supposed institution of higher learning, that behavior was actually legitimized, backed up, and justified by the very school and the NAACP.
So are you making an argument that black people are more violent than white people?
Yes, because black people commit. I think black people commit most violent crimes in this country. So I'm not making the assertion. It's a fact.
Unfortunately, not true. Population proportional wise, it is true, but most violent crimes is not.
Let me stop you right there, brother. Let me stop you right there. Now, see, Alan, you really got to do your research, because even though black people make up 13% of the population in the United States, they commit 50%? The overwhelming majority of violent crimes in this country, and that obviously that is reflected in the way they act at fast food restaurants, Carnival cruises, and now it appears college campuses.
All right, what's your fair enough. All right, it's a perfectly valid opinion to have. God bless this country that we're allowed to have different opinions, right? I mean, I guess my point is, what's your point in covering it in this way? What's your end goal? What are you trying to educate your audience on this? Because obviously, if you just played the video with no commentary, everyone would have just gone over it. So with your commentary about this, what is your overall point that you're trying to educate to your audience or get to a broader audience?
Yeah, stay away from niggas.
That's fair. All right, I grew up around a lot of them, and I don't.
Okay. And listen, you're more black than I am, because I did not grow up around a lot of niggas. So, Alan, I got other people I got to be on. Thanks for coming on, man. Shout out to Jeremy Renner, who is actually here in Reno. Let's go to Dripwood. Dripwood, you are now on. Oh, wow, that's who is that? Now, forgive me, because I'm not a Dragon Ball expert, but it looks like a female Super Saiyan that you have.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, her name Kepler. Yeah, she's from Dragon Ball.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so what's on your mind?
All right, so I've been listening to you for a little bit, about 30 minutes. So I just wanted to know. Well, obviously you have a problem with the HBCU. What happened at the HBCU, the TSU, with those two white guys or whatever. The other one don't even look white to me. He looked like he mixed with something, but that's neither here nor there.
All right.
So I just wanted to ask you, since you have a problem with their reaction to them pulling up to the school, what would you have advised, or what would you want to see the reaction from those students be, since you don't like what they do? What would be a better reaction?
The better reaction would be to line up and have a respectful debate with these dudes. That's what the better reaction would have been.
Okay, so here go my next question. Since that's your response for them to line up and just go with the program, let me ask you, why do you think that they should? Why are they obligated to? Like, why are they obligated to line up and have this quote unquote debate with these two white dudes that just randomly popped up to the school, wasn't invited, wasn't welcome, but it's because they white and they have on MAGA? You think that it's an obligation for the white students to line up and have a conversation?
No. Hold on. Let me answer your question. Your first question was, what would you have rather seen their reaction? I said what I would rather have seen was them actually have respectful debates. And then you're telling me that I said that it's required for them to line up and debate. Nobody's required to do anything, right? Like, it's not, but it's not against the law to set up a table at a public university and try to have a respectful discourse. It is, however, illegal to threaten people with violence. It is illegal to have weapons that you appear to be wanting to use. That's the illegal part. And here's the thing. I think what a lot of people don't realize in this particular country, as deplorable as it is, it's not against the law to be a racist. Because if it were against the law to be a racist, then there would be even more black people locked up than there are now. It's not against the law to call someone a nigger. Okay, it is against the law to assault someone. Now, is calling someone a nigger a bad thing? Absolutely. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. But if you have that little exchange, a white person walks up to a black person and calls them the N-word, and in response, the black person slugs him in the face and, gives him a black eye, bloody nose or whatever, the white person's not going to jail. The black person is, because he broke the law. Even if the black person says, well, he called me the N-word. Sorry, sir, but calling someone the N-word is not against the law.
Can I stop you right there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the thing that you just brought up, and let me bring it back to when we was younger. Have you ever been told that you mess around and you find out? You ever been told that?
Yeah.
Consequences come from the actions that you take, whether it's actual physical action that you take or even the words that you say.
Absolutely.
That words can lead to actions. Are we in agreement?
We are in agreement there.
Okay, so your example that you just brought up is an example of words leading to actions. Because the only reason why, say, a white person would walk up to a black person saying the hard R, probably expecting some type of reaction, because they know there's something, there's history, for one, behind that word, and two, that black people now in 2025 just aren't about to just let somebody of the white race say the N-word to them and just nothing happens. That's right. That's just a mess around and find out situation. Okay. You can't even, at that point, you can't even cry about it. You can't even cry about what you did.
Let me respond. No, they can't cry about what you did, because here's the thing. If a white person wants to go up to a black person and call him the N-word, bro, listen, what did you expect that was going to happen? But the difference between black people and niggas, drip woo, is that black people do not let words control them. You said yourself, why would a white person go up to a black person and call him the N-word? Probably because they know they'll get a reaction out of them. As black people, what we need to do is we need to stop being controlled by a word. Yes, fuck around and find out. The white person fucked around and find out that when you call a black person a nigger, he is going to slug you. But guess what? The black person fucked around and found out that if you hit or shoot or assault a white person because they called you the N-word, they're going to fuck around and find out and end up in jail. So at this point, we as a people, we need to ask ourselves a question. Do we really want to be controlled by a word? Do we really? And I don't know if you're like a Marvel Cinematic Universe person, but I am. And okay. Oh, okay. Good. Do you remember the do you remember do you remember the Avengers movie? And forgive me because I forget, where the Winter Soldier was controlled by those 9 words. It was like November, Oscar, Papa, something or other. And all of a sudden he was under the control of the dude, I think from Ukraine or something like that. That's exactly what black people are allowing white people to do. It's like, as soon as they hear that N word, it's like, zoom, it gives them that permission to do stuff. And then when they come to, well, wait a minute, why am I in the handcuffs? We as people, we cannot continue to allow the N word to control our actions, because if we continue to do this, when and if white people start to retaliate, what do you think they're going to use as bait to draw us in to do bad things to us?
I hear what you're saying. But here's my issue with what you're saying.
Okay.
Here's my issue. I typically see guys like you, and if I could say, I'm probably not gonna say other names, but I quite frequently watch a couple guys that fall into
Coon,
the certain
Uncle Tom, all that good stuff.
Like black issues and white issues and all of that type of stuff.
Sure.
But the thing that I noticed with guys like you is when it's a situation with a black person and a white person, and let's say the white person did something first, and they got the reaction from the black person.
Define the did something. Define the did something.
Let's just go back to the example that we bought. Saying the N word.
Okay, all right.
He said the N word. Black dude, the black guy slugged.
Yeah.
Boom. What guys like you do, and what I typically see is that in that scenario, you focus more on the black person side, and it sometimes don't even seem like it's in good faith, because y'all would get a little bit disrespectful and rowdy, saying like, "Oh, this monkey behavior."
Yeah, it is monkey behavior. Listen, I want to make something clear, Dripu. This is absolutely monkey, chimp, ape, hyena, uncivilized behavior. If you are going to allow yourself to be controlled by a word, then you are an animal, okay? And you can call that whatever you want, but here's the thing. We have control over what we do, okay? If somebody calls you hold on, just real quick. If somebody calls somebody the N-word, yeah, it's going to piss them off. But the difference between us and animals is that we have the ability to reason. Okay, this guy just called me the N-word. I really want to slug this guy, but if I slug this guy, then I will probably go to jail. Let me just back off. We need emotional control. You understand what I'm saying? And if you don't have the emotional control and don't get me wrong, caller, it is a lot easier said than done. Dude, I've been called a nigger to my face. I'll tell you this story. You probably haven't heard this. So I used to deliver mattresses out in Atlanta, and me and my delivery partner Jeff, we were I think in Jessup, Georgia. We went to one of these old timey country stores, the ones with the gas station where there's like 2 gas stations. It's on the corner. You've got the little awning or whatever. So we walk in there. We're getting our hot dogs and potato chips and sodas, and I broke out a $100 bill. And the guy, the cashier is an older guy. He's like, I didn't know niggers carried $100 bills. I was like, yeah, we do all the time. Can you break it? Now, here's the thing. Was I upset? Abso-fucking-lutely. I was hot under the collar. But guess what happens if I reach over and try and do something to him? I probably catch a 12-gauge shotgun slug either to the chest or to the head. You want to know something? When the cops get there, guess who's not going to jail? He's not going to jail. You want to know why? Because what I did was illegal. I attempted to assault him. Now we go the other way around. If he calls me a nigger and I slug him in the face and he calls the cops, guess what? I'm going to jail because I did the illegal thing. That shop owner said something to me that was deplorable and should never be said, but it is not illegal. Okay? And the reason why I am so hard on black people is because the reaction is on us. Like, we cannot allow ourselves to be controlled by a word. This is why these things are happening.
Okay, so but I would like to say, don't you think that your approach is abhorrent? Like when black people hear the response coming from somebody like you with the same skin color, but they hearing all of these disparaging things that they will hear from a white person, from a racist white person, the same thing that come out of his mouth, they hearing it come out of your mouth. So it's like it's like you know, an allergic reaction. Like what they like you black, like you black just like this. When you saying the same type of talking points that we would hear from a white supremacist, and that's what.
So let me get this. So let me get this straight. So let me get this straight. You're right. So let me get this straight. Being appalled at the barbaric animalistic behavior of black people makes me a white supremacist because I call out the behavior of black people and make other black people. No, that's literally
hold on. Would be in line with the same thing that a white supremacist would say. That's what they would say. The same thing that coming out of your mouth would be something
and guess what? You're right. But white supremacists aren't the only one who feel this way. Asians feel this way. Hispanics feel this way. Ever heard of the hashtag black fatigue? It's not just white people who have black fatigue, caller. It's everybody. They all have black fatigue. So yeah, there is a lot of the same rhetoric that I would point out that quote unquote white supremacists would say, but everybody is talking about this. It's not just people like me, and it's definitely not just white supremacists. And if calling out the abhorrent behavior of black people makes me a white supremacist, I think that's very short-sighted.
I wouldn't say everybody is talking about it because
well, a lot of people. Well, I'll put it to not everybody, but I'll put it to you this way: there is a big cross section of people talking about this, and it's not just white supremacists and coons and Uncle Toms like me. That was my point.
And you brought up black fatigue. You brought up black fatigue. Mm-hmm. You brought up black fatigue. And I did see a lot of that videos of people making black fatigue videos or whatever and all that. What I want to know is though, if there's a black fatigue, is there a white fatigue? And if there is a white fatigue, why nobody talk about a white fatigue? Because if we want to talk about what had happened over the last 2 weeks, because Charlie Kirk been passed for about 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for about 2 weeks, about
2.5 weeks. Yeah.
So for about 2 weeks, several things has happened. We for one, we got Charlie Kirk's assassination, and I'm pretty sure that same day it was a school shooting.
Yeah, in Minneapolis.
And then probably I think a week later, it was another school shooting, and then it was some other stuff that I had seen.
You're right. There's a lot of stuff. You're right.
But you would not. But you can already guess what is the race of the people that were shown in all of these incidents. You can guess the race. And it's like these things, all of these things happen at the same time. But we talking, but people want to make videos about black fatigue. But all of these things happening. Where's the white fatigue? Where's people talking about the white on white violence?
Well, I'll tell you what, Dripu. I'll tell you what, Dripu. The reason why people talk about black violence is because black people in this country commit most of the violent crimes. But I'll tell you what, if you're so tired of white fatigue, if you want to talk about school shooters, listen, man, you're an American. You can start a YouTube channel and talk about all the white fatigue you want. But as far as me and my channel, I'm gonna talk about niggas.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that's pretty. I think that's all I got. But I'm gonna leave you with this. Going back to the TSU, I don't think that their reaction was bad. In fact, in my personal opinion, I think that they had the proper reaction. They let them know how they felt. But the boys, they left without being touched, relatively untouched. Ain't nobody jumping. You can say that because the police is there or whatever, but I guess. But they still came in, did what they did. The students let them know exactly how they felt, and they was able to leave relatively unharmed.
Yeah.
I don't think.
You're right. They did leave. They left unharmed. I don't think there was a. I mean, they did damage to the car, but I'm sure insurance will take care of that. But see this, the fact that you are justifying and condoning this and saying that it's okay, that's the very problem right here. It doesn't matter what race you are, to react violently in that way and to incite a mob and to threaten violence just because you either don't have the skill to debate or you just don't want to debate. That's where hashtag black fatigue is coming from, man. It's people like you who justify and condone this behavior. And this is what people are tired of. People are tired of the black people committing these crimes and engaging in this sort of behavior, and they're tired of people like you saying, hey, I don't see anything wrong with it. And here's the thing, you have every right not to see anything wrong with it, but we have a right to talk about why we see something wrong.
I mean, no, okay, you can talk about that, but I mean, I mean, there's a lot of stuff there's a lot of stuff in the white community that be happening with white people that don't nobody talk about, and because nobody talks about it, it continues to happen. That's my thing. I think it's going to continue to
listen,
happen.
if that's your thing, brother, then start a YouTube channel and talk about it, man. Like, I'm under no obligation. And just like they were under no obligation to line up and debate them, I'm under no obligation to talk about what white people do. I don't give a fuck what white people do because I'm not white. It doesn't matter to me.
I mean, you should, because don't they control wherever the country is going, it's gonna be the fault of the white. It's gonna be the fault of the white man, right? If we go into a civil war, it's gonna be their fault.
If we go into what now? I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
I said, don't the white man control most of the country? Like wherever the country goes, ain't it gonna be the white man's fault? So if we fall into a civil war, if that happens in my lifetime or in our lifetime, ain't that gonna be their fault? They control the country. They got most of the power. It would be their fault.
No. Number one, if there were a civil war in this country, it would be because of the nigga shit that goes on. That's why.
No. Because
why? Then you tell me. No, hold on. You tell me what would start a civil war.
I ain't gonna let you get away with that. I ain't gonna let you get away with that because all of the big assassinations and all that stuff, Charlie Kirk's assassination, white man. All the other big assassinations, presidents, white men. All the wars, white men. I ain't letting you get away with that.
Okay. What do you think would cause a civil war in this country?
If it was going to be a civil war in this country right now, it would probably be Republicans and the Democrats going at it.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, man. Listen, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to it. And like I said, man, I mean, you're a well-spoken-ish individual. If you want to talk about the school shooters and all the shit that white people do, you are more than welcome. You are well within your rights to start a channel and talk about the shit that white people do. But that's not what I'm going to do on this channel.
All right. Well, that's all I got.
All right. Well, thanks for coming up, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to Dripwoo. Somebody tell me, he told me the name of the character in the Dragon Ball. He told me the name of the character in his Dragon Ball avatar. And he told me what it is, but I forgot who it was. I forgot what it was. But yeah, like I said, guys, he's like, look, man, I don't see anything wrong with it. That's the very problem. That's the very problem, man. Like that behavior was unacceptable. That behavior is unacceptable. And it's funny, niggas love to always talk about the fact that, well, anytime a nigga does something, but then a white person does it, why don't we ever talk about that? Well, because I don't want to talk about that. That's not what this channel does. If he wants to talk about that kind of stuff, he's more than welcome to. Loaded Locks Gaming with the $2 super chat says, where did this guy grow up? I guess he was talking about the Allen guy earlier. He said he grew up in Michigan, I think. I think he said he grew up in Michigan. Tommy Jones with the $5 super chat says, as a black, I appreciate any pushback against violent thug culture. Thank you, Donovan. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing. Niggas always have the same talking points. Why don't you talk about what white people do? No, I'm not going to do that. That's not what I'm doing. Black people commit the overwhelming majority of violent crimes in this country. There's a reason why, better than, what is it? Like, dude, most people in prison are black people. There's a reason for that. I don't think he was smacking his lips, guys. I think something he was doing in the background or something. I think there was something going on in the background. So, Ice Dragon Kid says, like, what they do isn't chastised already, right? Like, dude, we condemn school shooters all the time. Their names are plastered all over television and everything, and they get life without parole and all this, and all this other. If they don't end up taking themselves out, that's another reason why. Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, the Columbine shooters, they shot up a bunch of kids and then they took themselves out. There are a lot of school shooters that end up taking their own life. And I think there was recently a shooting where a guy there's so many shootings nowadays. I think it's actually kind of sad that we're desensitized to it. But yeah, it's interesting that black people like to come up here and tell me what I should be talking about. No, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. Loaded Locks Gaming with a $2 super chat says, we take each other out more than the so-called white man. Yeah. Oh, yes. GIR says a female Saiyan from another universe from Goku. Yeah, I forgot what the name was. Oh, Kefla. That's what he said. King Life says, I would have been proud of those kids if they had debated respectfully. Right. That's the thing, man. It's like he asked me, what would you have them do? I would rather have them line up. If you have a problem with somebody's opinion, talk to them about it. Have a conversation, have a discussion, have a debate about it. Yelling obscenities and stealing signs and threatening violence, all that says to me, see, what that says to me is that the other side just doesn't want to hear it, right? This is why Destiny likes to filibuster every time he's on a podcast. He just likes to talk over, under, and through people because Destiny doesn't want it to make sense to them. Because if it makes sense to them, then they have a problem. Sean Morris with the $5 super chat says, but whites do it too. Niggas argue just like women and use sign language the same way they do. It's like arguing with a 15-year-old girl. Yeah. In a lot of ways it is. I mean, listen, my guy kept it respectful. He could have called me all kinds of names, Uncle Tom, Coon, but he didn't. He came up and said, hey, look, I didn't have a problem with the way they reacted. And I told him, well, this is why we have hashtag black fatigue. That's why we have hashtag black fatigue. Okay. The next video I am going to, Jay Blaze. Let me bring Jay Blaze. Jay Blaze quickly here because there we go. What's up, Jay? What's up, Blaze?
Sure. The difference is they were having respectful conversations with a bunch of black guys, and then the women showed up, and we see from all these dating shows, they're hoodbuggers. They love men who commit violence just out of their emotions. Absolutely. And this is the difference between like white culture and black culture. We respected Charlie Kirk for having conversations. Right. The people that really needed to hear it did not hear it because you have a bunch of hoodbuggers that love emotional men who just inflict violence.
My guess is that there had to have been, like, listen, man, you can't tell me that all 6,000 or 8,000, or you can't tell me that all 150 or 200 people that actually showed up to watch this wanted to react that way. Right. And throughout the whole thing, not one of them actually stood up and said, hey, guys, why don't we actually debate with these guys? OK, you disagree? Tell them why you disagree. All they did was chimp out. And that's not OK. And I'm telling you, if the cops hadn't been there, God only knows what would have happened. Right. And listen, the caller was right. They got out of there unscathed. But if they hadn't had their private security and the police officers, and we're going to watch a video that he actually did with Jason Whitlock that'll put a little bit more context to this, who knows what the hell would have happened?
No, the women were the agitators, and they bumped the energy up, and then the men followed. And exactly like this is 4 generations of matriarchal culture just on video.
Wow. 4 generations of matriarchal culture. Jay Blaze, I appreciate you coming in, man.
Can I say one more thing?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were finished. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
If I'm TP USA, because those guys handled themselves very well.
They did.
Dude, I would try and get them into one of the debates. One of the TP USA. Because you need to bring up another, like Charlie Kirk. Put them with a name. Have the name be the draw. And then have these guys. Because they were debating quite well. All right,
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the one debate that we saw, that was, listen, the kid was talking nonsense, but it was a debate. He was respectful. He didn't get loud. He didn't get rude. There was no name calling. And according to David Cady, I think his last name is, or something like that, he said that they had 2 respectful conversations before, the women showed up and started. And just like you said, this is 4 generations of matriarchal culture. Everything was fine until the women showed up and started getting out of pocket. And of course, the black men around black women, we have to support and worship at the feet of the god, the black queen. Yeah, let me get all violent and get up in his face and try to defend them. And of course, once one does it, everybody has to do it.
Yeah, this is a bad look, but it did get attention, and use that attention, get them with someone that can be more of a draw, and then bring up their profile even more, and have them use that vehicle to do a couple of debates with TP. That's what I would do, but that's just me.
Just make sure you have a bulletproof casing.
Exactly.
Jay Blaze, thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. So that was Jay Blaze. I think Phoenix Light Games, I think you might have been in the pull-up room earlier. If you want to pull up PLG, I'm happy to have you on. So whether you agree or not, I'm going to go ahead and open up the pull-up line to everyone who has an opinion on this, whether you agree with me whether you agree with me or not. That's actually a very good idea by Jay Blaze, and I'll tell you this too. If we want to start doing campus debates, like campus debates at HBCUs, we need a guy like Myron Gaines. We need a guy like Myron Gaines to go to these HBCUs, right? We need a guy like Myron Gaines. Maybe someone should join Myron Gaines on these HBCU campus tours. Maybe something could be in the works. I don't know. But that would be something. That would be something because I think automatically, because here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Let's just keep it real, man. Let's just keep it real. Black people are more racist than white people, right? And I think the first caller, Alan, tried to chalk up their reaction to the fact that they had MAGA hats. The MAGA hats were definitely a factor. I'm not going to sit here and say that the MAGA hats didn't turn up the temperature. But what really turned up the temperature was their skin tone. It's what turned up. It was their skin tone, right? And listen. Brandon Tatum has been attacked like this. Antifa came in there, but the fact that 4 white guys showed up at an HBCU, they showed their true colors. These are racist people. The administration is racist. Remember, their last president ran the school into the ground financially, wrote all the laws and the bylaws and this and that and the third, right? The whole structure is a matriarchy. What did you think was going to happen? And so that's actually, and Alan actually made a pretty good point. He actually made a pretty good point in that maybe their intentions weren't what they said they were. Maybe they said to themselves, hey, you know what? We know that this is not going to go smoothly. Let's just show up, put up a table, and we'll go in and we'll let them expose themselves. We'll let them expose themselves. And if that's what they set out to do, mission accomplished, because that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. It was almost a win-win situation for them if they had kept safe. Win number one, if it didn't devolve into chaos, they could have had respectful debates with people and maybe get a few people in the crowd to think twice about their ideology. That would have been a big win. Or niggas can expose themselves, which is exactly what happened. Sean Morris with another $5 super chat says, niggas are like locusts. They travel in plagues, share a brain, and destroy everything they touch. Wow, very apt analogy, my friend. Very apt analogy. Dr. B84 with a $10 super chat says Myron would just spend 90+% of his time cooking and arguing with black women. Yeah, that would be funny. That'd be funny. That would be funny. Yeah, he said Myron is too hardcore. Yeah, maybe. Captain Caveman, great cartoon, by the way, says MAGA equals make America great again. I don't know why everybody seems to have a problem with making America great again, Donovan. You grew up in the 80s. That had been one of the best eras. Dude, the 80s were awesome. The 80s were awesome, man. Oh, my God, the 80s were wonderful. I'm a Gen Xer, man. I grew up in the 80s. Right at the tail end of all this, crazy feminist nonsense. Okay, we're going to react to another video here. Give me a sec. Yes. So what we're going to do now is we are going to react. We're going to react to an appearance that one of the debaters had. He had a conversation with this on Jason Whitlock, and he gives a very detailed account. He gives a very detailed account on what happened. Now, before I do this, I want to show you guys. Do you guys remember this image from back in I believe it was the 1960s? Do you guys remember this image? I don't know what this woman's name was, and I forgot what. I think this was right after they integrated school. So she tried to show up to go to school because they had integrated schools, and the white people did not want her there. So they shouted her off campus. They threatened her. They said, "Get out of here, nigger. We don't want you here." Blah 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 blah. That's what was happening back in that's what was happening back in the day, guys. The literal opposite has happened. Do you guys notice the similarity? Look at the similarity. On your left on your left, and again, what happened on the left, that exposed the racism of white people. This right here, this was legit racism. Tell me how this is any different than what's going on the right. Huh? Tell me how this is any different. Right? Here's one difference. The white people that didn't agree with other white people's racism, they would have been held accountable. They would have been like, hey man, we don't roll like that. Right? Had there been like a radio show, hey man, look, I'm a white person and listen, man, we shouldn't have done this. Like this is wrong, this was in bad taste, etc., etc. But now when niggas do some shit like this, there's no shortage of niggas that call up to justify the behavior. Well, you can understand they're young, they're this, they're that. No, I don't care. I don't care. This is literally the same thing. We have a black woman being run off of campus by a throng of white people. Here in 2025, we have a white person being run off by a throng of black people. It is literally the same thing. Literally the same thing, guys. Literally the same thing. Racism has completely flipped, and these people don't even know. And you know the famous saying goes, guys, those who do not know history are doomed to repeat it. We're watching it right now. We're watching it right now. Black people all the time talk about, well, this is racism and this and that and the third and da-da-da-da. Okay, but do your homework. Do your homework, man. Everybody thinks Martin Luther King was a hero, and he was, but that nigga was crazy. That nigga liked to punch women and fuck prostitutes and had a white girl as a main chick. MLK was not the man y'all thought he was. He is not the man y'all thought he was. Do your research. Do your research, and you will see. You will see that there are a lot of similarities to the way white people acted then and the way black people act now. It's literally flipped. It's taken less than a century. And now we have black people treating white people the way white people used to treat black people back in the day. United Ice says, what? Listen, United Ice, you are more than welcome to come up and have a discussion with me if there's anything that you disagree with. If you disagree, if you want to debate, whatever the case may be, I welcome it. I welcome it. I welcome it. But what I won't tolerate is people in the chat trolling. If you want to troll, you know, you're going to have to come up and troll. But I'm not going to allow it in the chat. If you disagree, come up and talk to me about it. I'm not going to go back and forth with an avatar. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Okay, let's get to the Jason Whitlock. And I don't think Jason Whitlock is going to copyright. I don't think he's going to copyright me. I think he's pretty generous about that. So let me see.
Indiana Fever to win this year. That includes welcome back, David Kate.
That's it. David Kate
joins us, and let's go all the way back to. Oh, okay, David. Now I know. Let's go all the way. Can we pull up the image from SOT 1 of the?
Robert Anderson says, absolutely. That's why I am constantly learning history. There you go.
I was going to say, which one of the three guys at this table, but I think you were on the far left. You were seated at the table.
Yep. Yeah. That's me
that's
on the
you
far
with the
left
sunglasses
there.
on.
Yeah, that's him right here.
Gotcha. And then is that Cam Higbee next to you? Who is that?
Yep, that's Cam Higbee next to me.
And then who's the third guy that was referenced as a Jewish guy that grew up in?
Kevin's Corner says, what goes around comes around. Chickens coming home to roost in America. Yeah, Kevin, that's a very dangerous mindset, my friend. Two wrongs don't make a right. Two wrongs don't make a right, number one. Number two, the chickens that are coming home to roost weren't set out by the white people of today. The white people that black people are taking out their racist ideology out on had nothing to do with what happened to their ancestors, right? That has nothing to do with their ancestors. Black people are trying to inherit the trauma that their ancestors actually went through. Okay, and that's what's flawed. So yeah, you can talk about what goes around comes around. Okay, what goes around comes around, but the white people of today, they didn't send it around. They didn't send it around. Black people today are taking revenge on white people for something they had nothing to do with. So yeah, you can celebrate that and all that good stuff. Chickens coming home to roost. My friend, this is not good. This is not good. You heard the other caller talk about if we go to a civil war, it's going to be the white man's fault. No, it's not. No, it's not. What's going to cause a civil war is more nigga shit like this. And I told you guys, at some point, guys, we see the videos on Instagram. We see the videos on X. Black people just attacking white people out of nowhere for no reason other than the fact that they're white with impunity, which means no consequences. At some point, white people are going to start to retaliate. White people are going to start to retaliate. So yeah, you can sit here and pick fun and make, oh, what goes around comes around. Okay, that's cool. But remember that goes both ways. Because the violence that black people are perpetuating against white people, that's going to come around too, Kevin's Corner. Because what goes around comes around, right?
Boca Raton.
He's our organizer, our manager. His name's Andrew Bimo.
Gotcha.
Cam and I are the faces of.
Oh, wow. Jamal Miller says Martin Luther King was a man of peace. At least that's what I was told. Bro. Oh, my God. This is dude. Listen, Jamal, you gotta do some research on MLK, man, because I was blown away.
Of the tour in terms that we sit and we have the conversations, the debates. Lance, which you can see in the middle of us right there running around, he's what we call our featured debater. So we sit down at these college campuses and have these debates for 5-6 hours. At some point, we need to go to the restroom. So we'll put Lance to fill in the chair. So it's a crew of 4 of us.
And how long ago did you guys start this?
Funny enough, 11 days ago, 4 of us got on the phone and...
This is funny. This dude say, hey, the white boys got to pee. Let's get it.
Decided that in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination, we're not going to let terrorists terrorize us, especially on college campuses where conservatives are...
There you go. Good for him.
Already feel as if they have to shy away from the fact that they're conservative.
Yeah, MLK was a man of peace around white people. Okay? He was a man of peace around white people, but Martin Luther King regularly fucked prostitutes, had a white side chick, smashed snow bunnies, and beat up women. As a matter of fact, the day before he was assassinated, he had sex with 2 women and assault... The hell? Oh, that's Walter. Never mind. That's not... I don't know what cat that is. He assaulted... He had sex with 2 women and physically assaulted another and beat up another one. So there you go. There's your man of peace.
Nonetheless, support an agenda that puts America first. We got on that phone and we decided, let's go around these college campuses. I've done this for over a year now, even months before the election, the previous election. I would go to college campuses and have these hard conversations with college students about whatever political and social issue that there is. But the main thing is that we always did it in a civil and tolerant way. And Cam and I both had that same approach. We call it the Charlie Kirk style, because you want to be civil and tolerant when you oppose individuals. And we thought that in the way...
Jamal Miller says, yeah, I got to look MLK bad points, but his good points that won him over Unc. You're right, Jamal. Okay? The good that MLK did outweighed the bad, but you really need to do some research. Okay? Jamal, did you know that Martin Luther King himself did not write the I Have a Dream speech? The speech was written by a gay white guy. So Martin Luther King didn't even write the I Have a Dream speech. He merely delivered it. There is also, and there's a video. There is a video of someone talking about Martin Luther King Jr. getting into a, I think he got in a fight with a bunch of preachers and knocked one of them's teeth out or something like that. So he's violent around black people, but he's calm and peaceful around white people. And I agree with you. The good definitely outweighed the bad, but not by much, Jamal. Not by much. Jamal, I'm just telling you. Listen, you're a longtime supporter. You've been here for a while. You really need to do your research, man. Really need. I'm not trying to diminish what Martin Luther King Jr. did. You just have to. You really need to know the truth, the whole truth.
Of Charlie Kirk's assassination,
Yeah, Robert Anderson says sometimes you have to take the bitter with the sweet. Absolutely, dude. I made this comparison yesterday. You got to separate the art from the artist. Michael Jackson is probably one of the greatest live performers in history. Dude was a PDF file. R. Kelly, he was the king of R&B for a decade and a half, almost 2 decades. Guy was also a PDF file. Had sex with minors, including Aaliyah when she was 15. So yeah.
Now, more than ever, we should go out on these college campuses for 2 reasons. One, to show conservatives.
Yo, MLK had them hands, though. Look. MLK knocking out a preacher was bad. Okay. But number 1, that nigga had hands and he smashed snow bunnies. I'm just going to put it out there. Oh, Captain Stransky says Prince was better. You know what, Captain? I can't argue with that.
Again, they should not feel terrorized, that they should still be able to.
Yeah, Jamal Miller, the only, as a matter of fact, look up Chad O. Johnson. Look up Chad O. Johnson's channel. His first name is Chad, middle name O, period, and then Johnson.
Engage in freedom of speech. And two, when
MLK said, praise the Lord. Hey man, look, we got to make light. Look, listen. These are heavy topics, man. These are heavy topics. They're very controversial. We got to lighten the mood a little sometimes.
this happens to our side, of course people are angry. I'm angry, but I'm not going to resort to political violence, to using my fists or some other political weapon just because I disagree with people, especially in the time that I'm super angry when Charlie Kirk was assassinated just for expressing his freedom of speech.
Kevin's Corner says Prince was a better musician. MJ was a better performer. Okay. All right. Almost like a Janet Jackson or a J-Lo. Janet Jackson never had like the greatest singing voice, but she was electric on stage.
So,
especially in Super Bowl 38, if you know, you know.
Our intention is to show up in campuses and show that even in the worst time possible for us conservatives, we don't resort to political violence. We still resort to using our words because we live in America.
Trey the NBD with the $5 super chat says MLK was a commie plant. He got clapped when he tried to change his ways. There could be some truth to that. And Jamal, this is something else, is that a lot of people thought that Martin Luther King was in the pocket of communists and Jewish people. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that. That doesn't diminish what he did, right? Whoever he was bankrolled by, whoever wrote his speech, whoever he was financed by, to me, I don't want to say that's immaterial, but by the same token, hey, it's the reason why I can sit here and talk about it now.
2025. This is in barbarian times, thousands of years ago, when you disagree with a person and you immediately resort to using violence.
Right. There you go.
You said you started doing this a year ago. Have you been visiting HBCUs, or have you been visiting any and every college, or what's been your history with HBCU?
Midnight in Exile says MJ was a better choreographer. Prince was too busy playing 12 instruments on stage. Very true.
I don't necessarily have a history with HBCUs. I live
you do now
in Atlanta, Georgia. I go to Georgia State University and do a lot of the content that I do there. It's a PBI predominantly.
Hold on. Did he say he went to Georgia State University? Isn't that an HBCU?
To Georgia, I really have a history with HBCUs. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I go to Georgia.
Damn, this dude lives in Atlanta and okay, all right. Hell, this dude is blacker than me. Shit.
State University and do a lot of the content that I do there. It's a PBI, predominantly black institution. I've never had an issue like the one that we received at Tennessee State University, but obviously I've never set up a table either at Georgia State University or any of these colleges until 10 days ago. I go around to a lot of areas. I have these hard conversations with people, usually aligning with the current political climate. I go to DC and have the conversations in what people will consider the hood about the National Guard being there. I go to various college campuses and I engage in civil and very tolerant fashion and public discourse with various college students, regardless of the race, gender, whatever the case is. Right. And I was doing this before the election in terms I would ask individuals why they are supporting Kamala over Trump and have that discussion with them. And then obviously after the election, that turned into, what do you think about Trump's presidency so far? So having these hard conversations in various campuses, regardless of their demographics. And I have to say, the Georgia State University's demographic is very much aligned with Tennessee State University's demographic.
Damn, this dude goes to GSU. Basically, an HBCU is a white Jewish dude. All right,
so we didn't know that it was an HBCU till the evening before, even. So to give you a little bit of background, that's kind of what I do.
Oh, look at Whitlock's! Look at Whitlock's face! Look at Jason Whitlock's face. Look at Jason Whitlock's face. He's like, wait, what? You mean to tell me you didn't know that you were headed onto the campus of an HBCU until the night before? Oh, man. Oh, boy. Look at Whitlock's face. He's like, oh, shit. Look at Whitlock.
Did I hear you correctly that you are a student at Georgia State as well?
I formerly was a student at Georgia State University. Yep.
And so you at
1015 Anastasia says they're not tough conversations. All they do is repeat the same talking points, broken record, the same old story. Are you talking about white people or are you talking about niggas? You talking about white people or you talking about niggas? If you're talking about the white people, listen, you're more than happy. I'm more than happy to have you up to discuss if you disagree.
attended an HBCU intentionally. You, as a student,
On
you
purpose.
chose to go to an HBCU.
Georgia State isn't an HBCU. It's a PBI, predominantly black institution.
As an HBCU.
It's not that I chose it specifically, right? Georgia State has great credentials to it. I'll argue that it's been going downhill ever since the institution decided to dip into DEI practices in order to win federal grant money, which is a long history with how Georgia State University has slowly changed its demographic. But again, I went to Georgia State University not even thinking about the race or the demographic there, just simply because I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, and I don't really look at individuals based on race. I'm an immigrant to this country. I legally migrated. Wow, let's include that. Guy. But my intention, essentially, going to Georgia State had nothing to do with the race or anything like that. It was just a good school in my area.
Look at that. Look at that. He's like, look, it was just a good school in my area. He's like, I didn't give a damn that it was mostly black. They've got credentials. They got a good history, good educational system. That's why I decided to go. Good for this guy.
Now, you've said something. You immigrated into this country. Where from?
I was born in Jerusalem, Israel. So it's funny when, nonstop I see on my Twitter people calling me a white supremacist, a Nazi. Folks in my family died as a result of Nazi Germany.
Oh, wow.
So unfortunately, and we'll get into the conversation of this, but the whole purpose of us, I was listening to the panel earlier. My intention was not the outcome that everybody saw. Our intention is the same intention we had on 6-7 different previous campuses, which is to engage in a civil dialogue with individuals that obviously oppose us. I kind of forgot where I was spinning that, but yeah, that was definitely not our intention. And I forgot where I was going with that, but we'll go on.
Well, Virgil asked, and maybe you picked up on this, was like, did you receive permission? Did you alert someone that you were coming to campus? What's been your standard operating procedure as it relates to visiting college campuses?
Ooh, good question.
Sure. In Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and...
Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I forgot to talk about the other thing we were going to talk about. We're going to have the Hard R podcast right after this, y'all. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for the Hard R.
Washington, when Cam visited it, the standard practice for universities is that there's a designated free speech area because of a public university.
See that?
These are public properties.
Public university, guys. Public properties paid for by us, the taxpayers. There is a free, and this is what I told you guys earlier. On every public campus, there is a free speech area where you can do demonstrations and protests. But that's not what this was. All these guys did was set up a table to have a civil discourse about things they disagreed about. That's it.
And in all of these states, you don't need a permit in order to have a table like we did and engage in civil dialogue with the students on campus, staff, anybody that walks by. To give you an example of this,
King Life says so he doesn't have to tell anybody shit. I agree. But if I were them, as soon as I figured out that it was an HBCU, I'd be like, all right, guys, we need to call them and let them know that we're coming. Right? We need to call them and let them know we're coming. They don't need permission from the university, but they definitely should have given them a heads up.
People always that are not students of the campus walk their dogs in the evening across the college campus grounds in Georgia State University. They do that at Washington State University. They do it all around.
Property.
HBCUs, most of the time, are private institutions, but the only reason why we ended up going to Tennessee State University is because the night before we found out that this is one of few public HBCUs. So this is a public institution. I want to debunk that right away. There's a common misconception I see on X right now that this is somehow a private institution. Private
Nope, not
institutions
private at all.
absolutely have the right to regulate speech and who is able to be on their campus.
And this is exactly what he is talking about. What he is saying is true, guys. And guys, I know we don't want to hear this, but this is the same as YouTube and Twitter and Instagram. We talk all the time about how we're, censored and the algorithm and this and that and the third. It's not right, but guess what? It is well within YouTube's right to deplatform someone for whatever reason they choose. It is a private platform. A true violation of your free speech rights would be being persecuted by your government. So all these people losing their jobs because they talk trash about the Charlie Kirk death, they violated my free speech. No, they didn't. They fired you from your job. A violation of your free speech rights would be you ending up in jail. I think we might have had somebody pull up. Hang on a second. Oh, PLG, there he is. There he goes. Phoenix Light Games, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Oh, you got you got the fresh beard going on, brother.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. What's on your mind,
You got
man?
the hairline. You got the hairline working for you too.
Yeah, it's a little ratty today, but it is what it is.
No problem. Yeah.
So what's up, man?
Like when I saw these videos I sent you prior to you starting the Hard Rock podcast, especially the second one.
Yeah.
Where I was like, oh my god.
The one with the
And
screwdriver,
honestly, man,
right?
Even though I'm sorry.
The one with the screwdriver, right?
Oh my god.
That was crazy, dude. Was that not crazy?
No, like real talk, man. Even though I already saw it, the moment you started playing that video and I saw it again, I was like, I literally got up from my seat and walked away because I was like,
that's crazy, man.
I was like, holy crap, man. I was like, and again, like I super chatted earlier. There's a malicious intent when you have a flathead screwdriver versus a Phillips head.
Absolutely.
Because a flathead, like you said, two sharp points, but the middle is blunt, which is designed to prolong pain and make it harder and inflict more damage on said person and make them suffer. And when I saw that, I was like, bro, this crowd of people are fucking evil. Like, this is evil.
Those are bad intentions, man.
Like, these people are having a civil debate, a civil conversation. And just because they don't agree, bro, this is how pathetic the black community is. We live in a world where simply if you disagree with somebody, that's grounds for death.
Yeah, that's crazy. Or we also live in a world where even that last caller with the Dragon Ball character, literally trying to justify it. Yeah, he was literally trying to justify it. He's like, well, hey, don't you know that you fuck around and find out? I was like, yeah, a white person will fuck around and find out, but the black person will also fuck around and find out because it's not illegal to call someone the N-word. It is illegal to retaliate with physical violence.
Exactly. The whole fuck around and find out thing is one of the most despicable, disingenuous, unrealistic justifications of the black community. So you're telling me that in the black community, and I've had this conversation in my head with myself so many times. So you're basically telling me as a black person, if I hear, if a white person, and honestly, a white person has never actually called me this, if they call me the N-word, hard R, basically, and I don't retaliate emotionally or violently, and I just go about my day. And actually, I've seen this happen with people in real life.
Yeah.
People in the black community chastise said black person for quote unquote, not letting that white person find out.
Yes, we're tap dancing. Yeah, we're tap dancing. We're cooning
tap dancing,
if we don't
basically
react in violence. Yeah.
Yes, and that person is ostracized. But the person, the nigga who hears said white person call him the N-word, who reacts violently, possibly maims the guy or probably even kills the guy, goes to prison for it, but he's looked at as a hero.
Right. And how much of a hero is he if he is in prison? Well, the white guy effed around and found out. Okay, well, so did the nigga. That's why he's in prison.
You're in prison, man. That's not a
W. Right. That's not a win.
That's an L. Do they not understand how backwards this shit is? So I take the mature route and uphold myself as a young black man. I'm the enemy. But if I kill a white dude because he claims, and guys, let me tell you something. all these niggas that we see in these police videos, if they claim that some white dude called them the hard R, they're lying 9 out of 10 times. They say that like remember the last guy that was in that convenience store and said he called me the N-word. That's why I did this. And then we find out later in the video from all other witnesses that he never said that. He never called them that. It's a lie. They just use that 100%. To justify their barbaric behavior.
Let me run this by you. Let me run this by you, PLG. DeBoss in the chat says it is a win. Shit, that's the nigga shit that we're talking about. That's the nigga shit we're talking about. Hold on. So DeBoss, let me get this straight. DeBoss, because I'm gonna put myself on the screen. So let me get this straight. White person comes up and calls a black person the N-word, right? Black person then assaults or kills or maims the white person. Black person ends up in prison, and you consider that a win. Gentlemen, this is exactly the kind of mindset that these animals walk the streets with on a daily basis. This man literally just said it is a win if you get sent to prison for maiming or killing a white person for calling you the N-word. I can't, like, in what world is ending up in prison for something that could have been avoidable? But that's something that could have been. In what world is that a win? Oh, I'm sorry. That's in the nigga world. My fault. What's your response to that, PLG?
Like, listen, man. If once white people start retaliating in droves, and they will, man, I have no sympathy. I don't care. Like guys, what you just heard is the quintessential example of why you people who are sound of mind, that have civility on their mind rather than barbaric savagery.
Yep.
This is why you need to divest from the black community. I already divested, man. I did that, man. Bro. Honestly, real talk, man. Even though I didn't really notice this, when I remember that story I told you about when my dad took me to Pittsburgh and when I was 10 years old.
Oh, yes.
I think that's when, honestly, even though I wasn't really aware of it back then, I think back then that's when I divested. Back then, that's when I divested. I just didn't even fucking know it. I didn't fucking know it.
Right.
And another reason why I fucking divested, like, even though this is like really minor, I never got the sagging thing. Like when I went to school,
man, me neither, dude. I didn't get it.
When I went to school, and don't worry, I'm not going to be long. When I went to school, and you know how it is. Sometimes you oversleep, the alarm doesn't go off, and you rush.
Sure.
You try to get to school and stuff. I was ashamed when I went to school, and I did not have a belt on, and I had to keep pulling it. I was ashamed. I was not proud of that.
Right.
But literally, I see kids that are niggas. Like, literally, real talk, Devin, here's something that happened. I went to the bathroom at one time. I see this guy who's obviously a nigga. Not only did he sag, because I saw him on school grounds a lot. Mm-hmm. Not only did he sag, but when I went to the public bathroom, he had not only his pants down, but his boxers down and his ass was out. At the urinal. At the urinal.
What are we doing? Like, what is that? Like, I just...
And let me add more intel on the fire, Donovan. This guy, not only was he a nigga, but I was in middle school. I was 12 years old. This nigga was 17 in middle school.
Oh, my God. Oh, dude was damn near a grown-ass man.
Grown-ass man, ass out, in public restroom, and he was 17 years old. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why are you doing this? I'm 12 years old. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Insane.
And yet niggas still find ways to justify their deplorable behavior. That whole video at the debate that we saw, that was just...
There's no justifying that behavior, man.
There's no justifying it at all. Like you're going to incite violence. And here's the thing. And here's one more thing before I go.
Okay.
I think, and this ties in the whole Martin Luther King thing. And bro, let me tell you something. When you were watching that video, there was stuff that I didn't even fucking know about Martin Luther King. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, me too, dude. That shocked the shit out of me.
Yeah, but here's a hypothesis that or a theory I rather came up with. I think, and it ties into the George Floyd nonsense too. I think niggas think that if they die a saint, or they do things to compensate for their bad decisions. It somehow erases all the bad things they did in the past.
Yes.
So therefore, they're not looked at as a bad person. George Floyd was a career criminal, and like you said, he was in the commission of a crime once he was apprehended.
Right.
And niggas look at that like, oh, he died a saint. He blamed the police basically. So basically, all the things that he did in the past was somehow erased because he died a saint. And if we look at Martin Luther King, it's kind of the same thing. And I forgot this guy who you were having a debate with, the dude saying that even though he cheated on his wife,
slept around, cheated on his wife, yeah.
All the good things that he did overrides
all that. The good outweighed the bad, but that does not negate the bad.
No, it does not negate the bad. But in the nigga community, though, they think that the good that they do completely erases the bad, and that's just not true.
That's just not true. PLG, I got to run because I've got two people waiting to pull up. But thanks for your thoughts, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Peace.
All right, PLG. All right, let us go to DJ Beefit. DJ Beefit, what's going on, man? What's on your mind, brother?
Hey, what up, G? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I got you loud and clear.
Hey, what up, man? Actually, I'm just pulling up because I don't disagree with anything you're saying. You know, bro, I'm about to be, I'm 39, so I've been on this earth almost 40 years. Okay. I'm from Compton, California.
Oh shit!
All right,
you know what it is,
and I have to admit, like, the problem is with black folks is that black people cannot stick together.
No.
Black people cannot stick together when it's time to build, but they can stick together when it's time to destroy.
Ooh. Oh my God.
When it's time to destroy something, that's when they can stick together. I was just telling my sister, my sister this, because she was telling me, well, I just had a Hispanic dude tell me, I see you guys, and I don't understand, like, why you guys all separate? Y'all all separate. It was like, you know, like, but for us, we can all live together.
Hell yeah, they can.
We can all live together. We can all help. We can all help bring some money to the family. Mm-hmm. What they would usually do, they would buy that house, and they would do the exact same thing. Right. They would buy another house and do the exact same thing. All right. Now the problem with black folks, and now it's and excuse me, I'm a little nervous, man. Nah, I'm starstruck when I talk to you, brother.
Dude, I'm a regular guy, man. Don't worry about it.
And the thing is that a lot of black people don't bring. Let me back up a little bit. When it comes down to black folks and the family structure in their household, they don't really bring nothing to the table, unfortunately. I ain't saying all. I have to say that. Of course, not all black folks, but
it's enough. It's enough.
But when it comes, it's a good portion, because I can go to family member household where I can literally see where nobody's not really bringing anything to the table, and that one person that actually doing something, they're not fucking with.
Nope. No.
They're not. All right. Now I can go to my homie Jesus' house, or to the Maldonado family house, and I work with him because I
was always cool with the essays. When I lived in Vegas, I was always cool with the essays, man.
Right. Like, no, because I do property management and maintenance.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now we work with one company, and this one company alone. I take that back. It's not just one company. It's actually a couple of them. However, they're all related. So you have a household where the dad and maybe like an uncle or somebody, they're doing like the electrical work, and they're doing more of like plumbing. All right, and then they have like the sons or some of the younger cats. They doing stuff like drywall and paint, interior painting. And then you have and then you have the women, and the women doing the cleaning. You see, so now you got one household of a family that's literally bringing something together and coming together, and they building, and they're not only building themselves as a unit, but also like they all have their own business.
Right.
You see,
right.
And so I don't understand what's going on. Like you get mad at white people. I hate using black and white because at the end of the day, we all Americans.
That's true.
At the end of the, like real talk, like I hate being called black because technically I'm brown. I'm not like I'm more of a brown American, but all it is that I truly believe that slavery, as soon as slavery was taught to black kids, it made them retarded. I hate to say this. I hate to say it that way, but it did. It impaired them to now immediately you become a victim at a young age. And so before that was taught to you, the world was your oyster.
There you go.
You think about it, you think about it, the world was your oyster. But as soon as slavery, segregation, and it's funny how you had the debate about Martin Luther King and his past and everything. Yeah. It's funny how schools never teach you about that.
No, they never taught us about that, and it's funny because when people come on and debate me about that, they really do get personally offended because they were never taught this stuff. DJ BFit, I gotta run. You better take out.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you're okay.
I didn't take the time.
Take out.
It's always a blessing watching your show, man. You helped me through a lot. Also, growing up.
Okay.
And you man, I'm going to also donate as well.
Okay, I appreciate it. And listen, man, take care of whatever's in that air fryer, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, some sweet potatoes.
Word up.
Yeah. All right, brother.
Come up anytime, man. I appreciate it.
All right.
Good stuff. Yeah, hopefully, I wonder what he's making in the air fryer. Inquiring minds want to know. DeBoss says 17 not grown. Okay, 17 is not grown. I didn't say he was grown, DeBoss. I said he's damn near grown. So DeBoss has gotten to the point. DeBoss, see, here's the thing. Here's the problem with niggas like DeBoss, right? He doesn't have any rebuttals to any of my talking points. So what he is now going to try to do, he is going to try to point out insignificant inaccuracies. Well, 17 not grown. It don't matter. There's a 17-year-old showing his ass to a 12-year-old. It doesn't matter. That's inconsequential, and you know it. Then he says black people can come together. Shit, cookouts, family reunions, all types of good shit. Nigga, bro, I don't want to go to that fucking barbecue. You want to know what happens at family reunions and cookouts? The same nigga shit. Niggas getting in fight. The drunk uncle. Dude, listen, we all know what happens at the fucking cookout, man. You know Uncle Roscoe is looking at all his nieces. Well, boy, I tell you what, little Shirley, look, are you sure she 15? She don't look 15 to me, right? Uncle Roscoe's a little bit weird around the young girls, right? You got baby mamas and fucking bonnet wearing hair hat bitches everywhere. You got fucking 40s and OEs. Everybody's loud. No, fuck that. Fuck that. You can have the barbecues. You can have the barbecues and all the soul foods and family reunions. Ain't nobody interested in that. No, man, DJ BFit was right. Black people, dude, niggas never come together to build. They only come together to destroy. And that includes during cookouts. So you can miss me with that bullshit. Fuck out of here, man.
But Tennessee State University, again, is a public university, which means that individuals like myself are allowed to be there. We're taxpayers.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, here's the niggadar. The niggadar is up. The boss says, Robert, don't support Donovan no more. I'm just gonna do y'all a quick favor here. And I know y'all see this in the chat, but this is what, guys, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. This is the type of ignorant shit I'm talking about. Nigga, you can't even spell. You can't spell, bruh. Robert, don't support Donovan no more. Nah, bruh, it's no more. N-O. Not K-N-O-W, you dumbass. The fuck's wrong with you? Jesus Christ. DeBoss says, that asshole just made me famous. Bro, wrong again. I'm a nobody. Man. You being on the niggadar is not a flex. Nice try. Jesus, he just made me famous. Nigga, you ain't famous. Nobody knows what the fuck you look like. You're an ignorant ass nigga. Trying to get clout off of somebody who doesn't really matter right now, especially not to you niggas. Fuck out of here. But was I wrong?
Nope.
Of course I wasn't. See, anytime somebody responds with, "Oh, he gave me attention, I win." No, you don't. You said something fucking dumb, and I called your bitch ass out on it. So you can fuck off with that. Let's get it.
You know, we pay for the institutions in the first place. But one thing I want to...
Yeah, the boss, pull up, man. Like, what's up? Like, I mean, if you want to give me a piece of your mind, look, man, it's open. It's open.
Just kind of show everyone is that the school, and it seems like to be a repetitive pattern in Tennessee, that they don't allow individuals like myself to actually just show up to a public university. We need to let the administration know beforehand. We did that. We reached out as much as we can. We called them 10, 12 times. It goes directly.
Oh my God. Do you hear this? Listen. He said they reached out 10, 12 times.
They don't allow individuals like myself to actually just show up to a public university. We need to let the administration know beforehand. We did that. We reached out as much as we can. We called them 10, 12 times. It goes directly, and I'll say this again, directly. The phone doesn't even ring. It goes straight to voicemail. Why? Because Tennessee, unfortunately, Tennessee State University, I just want to read this to you, has a red rating when it comes down to their freedom of speech. And this is given to them from the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression. Why? Well, they have policies that restrict free speech by having at least one policy. They have 3 policies that infringe on students' rights, such as concerning harassment or demonstrations. So the reality of it is that it seems like a public university, which is funded by taxpayer money, that receives extra exemptions for their HBCU status, is actually violating the Constitution and our ability to express our freedoms on there, because they have the ability to arbitrarily decide what speech is and is not allowed on their campus grounds.
Wow.
I can say that.
See that? See that? You see that? So Tennessee State University, oh yeah, they're all about free speech, except for when that free speech, except for when it doesn't agree with them. I think we got somebody else that has pulled up. Jamie, what's going on, brother? Make it quick because I'm in the middle of a breakdown. What you got for me? Oh, look at that lineup! Look at the lineup, bro. Don DeMarco. Oh shit, niggas looking clean with the fade. Oh man, you making me look bad, man. I got a high by hairline, man. What's up?
What's up, man? Hey, I want to respond to the boss, and I'm gonna make it quick, okay?
Okay, go ahead, man.
First of all, man, you're not whoever this boss is in the comment section that's trolling Mr. Sharp. Let me say this to you, sir. You are not a boss, okay? You probably make $30,000 a year,
if that.
You probably been in out of jail, in out of prison your whole fucking life. You condone nigger shit.
Yep.
You probably got a bunch of baby mamas. Probably don't take care of your kids, or you probably on child support. Probably been in out of jail because you can't pay your child support.
There it is.
And instead of you holding black people accountable for their bad behavior, their violence, their degeneracy, and their hatred of white people and people of other races, you condone the bullshit. That's why, as black men, niggas like you're gonna always remain at the bottom. And I don't understand. If you're gonna call yourself a nickname's supposed to stand for something, right? It's supposed to define who you are, what you're about. You don't own anything.
Nope.
You probably don't even own your own house.
Nope.
You probably don't own a business or anything. You are not
definitely
a
not.
boss. You are a typical Negro, a low-class, ghetto, degenerate Negro. I said it. You can take me off, Mr. Sharp.
Damn, Jamie. Dude, Jamie Herring came with the fire in and out. Thanks for the comments, brother. Yeah, the bitch just got cooked. He absolutely did just absolutely get cooked. Let's continue.
This without too much trepidation that HBCUs and administrators answering phones, not a good history, not a good track record there. You would not.
This man just said that they tried calling Tennessee State University. They tried calling Tennessee State University 10, 12 times. Nobody picked up the phone. Nobody picked up the phone. Typical. Of course it's an HBCU. Right? A lot of people got on Deion Sanders for leaving Jackson State University to go to Colorado. You abandoned black people, this and that. No, he didn't abandon black people. He got the fuck out of nigga shit. Coach Prime's office was robbed, 2-3 times? That would never happen. That would never happen at the University of Colorado. Fuck out of here, man.
be alone. And it's like, oh man, I went to go try to sign up for class, and
Midnight in Exile said that was an assassination. Yeah, he's talking about DeBarbie. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right, gotcha.
no one was there, so it doesn't surprise me you couldn't get your phone calls answered. What do you think about the allegation that you were endangering, what was it, the psychological safety
Oh my God.
of their students
Oh, Jesus.
by expressing your ideas?
Soft ass.
Have you run into a lot of students that feel endangered by their psychological safety, feels endangered by your ideas?
Absolutely not. And I don't know how my words.
Oh, we got somebody else that has pulled up. We got Travis Truth is in the house. Travis, you're on with Donovan Sharp. What's on your mind? Okay, I guess not. Let's continue.
I'm center right. That's the funny thing about it. I can't imagine what they would label a far right person that would show.
Okay, now he's being a little disingenuous here. He says he's center right. Okay, you can't wear a MAGA hat and claim that you're center right. I'm sorry. You can't wear a MAGA hat and say that you're center right. My guess is that the reason why he's not all the way to the right or far right is because he is Jewish. And a lot of Jewish people do have, liberal mindsets and ideologies and all that good stuff. That's probably why he calls himself center right. But he's not center right. Like he's not center at all. He is definitely on the right. You don't wear a MAGA hat. You can't wear a MAGA hat and say I'm center right or I'm an independent. No, if you're wearing a MAGA hat, you're a lefty or you're a righty. DJ BFit with the $20 Cash App. Absolutely. He sent it for tuition. Appreciate that very, very much. If you too want to be as cool as DJ BFit and get a Don DeMarco, send me at least a $5 Cash App. Send that to $ Donovan Sharp. That is $ Donovan Sharp. When you put that in, you will see my legal name, which is Edwin Hopkins. Do not worry, that is me. $ Donovan Sharp, $ Donovan Sharp. Thank you very much for that, DJ BFit. I will use that for treats for Fernando. Let's continue.
On campus, but they stereotype me.
Oh, okay. It looks like DeBoss has decided to pull up. Okay, DeBoss, you're on live with Donovan. What's on your mind? And he left. Okay, so I guess he's just trolling. All right, let's continue.
That's the problem. And the funny thing is I'm there in a...
Do you guys see what's happening? The boss is acting just like a nigga. He doesn't have anything to say. He doesn't have anything intelligent to say. He doesn't have a respectful rebuttal. He can't have a conversation. He can't engage in conversation. So now he's jumping in and out of the hashtag pull-up studio and then leaving. This is what niggas do.
In order to destroy stereotypes. Right. The reason why they quote unquote felt threatened is not because of my sign. My sign could have said whatever in the world it was. It was because the hat that I had on, Make America Great Again. And the color of my skin only contributes to that factor.
There you go. The fact that he had on a MAGA hat, that turned up the temperature. The fact that he is a white guy turned up the temperature even more. And look, guys, I said this before. This would have happened. This kind of thing happens on college campuses all the time. Brandon Tatum got ran off by a bunch of people from Antifa, right? So as far as the racial element being, well, the only reason why these people reacted this way is because they're black. No, that was just part of the reason.
In reality, none of my words, none of my expressions, if you look at the civil conversations that we were having, none of those things actually threatened them. They used that as an excuse for their behavior that day, as if it justified.
There it is. This man is saying what we've been saying for years. They use that to justify their behavior. And this is it. This is what's going on, guys.
If you look at the civil conversations that we were having, none of those things actually threatened them. They used that as an excuse for their behavior that day.
There you go.
As if it justifies why they should incite a mob and incite violence against us simply because of who I am.
Yes, sir!
I just really don't get it, Jason. At the end of the day, it's war.
Do you see how confused he is? He's like he just doesn't understand. He doesn't get it, Chester. He doesn't understand. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand why people are just inherently violent like that. It just doesn't make any sense because this is not how civilized people act.
What?
Sounds like Devin's gonna have to separate the dogs. Somebody asked me how Fernando's doing. Fernando's doing very, very well. He's doing very, 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 very well. Him and Chester, they fight like brothers, like in kind of a good way, but they get a little bit crazy at times. Fernando, of course, he has little dog syndrome because he is, of course, a little dog. He is a rat terrier. And by the way, a rat terrier is not a terrier who resembles a rat. A rat terrier is a terrier bred to get rats. So he is a rat terrier. He's a rat terrier Chihuahua mix. I think we call him a terrier. A rat terrier. I don't know. Who knows?
What time did you get there? How many discussions did you have that were civil, and how long did it take before it turned into what it did at the end?
Yeah, we got there around 3 p.m. We had about 5 minutes worth of friendly discussions. Let's say 10 minutes. We had a great conversation with two gentlemen. We shook hands afterwards with the first one. With the second one, we didn't get a chance to.
All right, bring him to me. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you guys. Fernando had gotten very good. He's a good boy. Yes, he's a good boy. That's his papa. Yes, it does. So as you guys can see, Fernando has gotten much bigger, and you can tell he loves his papa very much. So this is Fernando. He is still as cute as ever, but you guys can probably tell that he is much longer than he used to be. I don't know if this constitutes as porn because there's a dog's penis on the screen, but there he is, and you can just see all the energy. You can just see all the energy he has. Dude, super sweet dog, and crate training is going very, 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 very well. He's going very, very well. He gives daddy kisses. Okay, all right. He's gonna pee all over me. All right. So that's Fernando. He's doing very, very well, dude. He has gotten I remember when I got him, he was like the size of a Nerf ball. Now he's like the size of a football. Anyway, let's continue.
Shake hands because of the mob already being there. And that's usually how our conversations go on every single camp.
Yeah, Ice Dragon Kid says that's how you know a dog is in a happy home. Dude, we have 4 cats, 2 dogs, and a gecko. So he is having fun with all the animals. And when he falls asleep on the couch, he falls asleep belly up. Like he feels safe.
We arrived there. We let the administration know 10 minutes before we arrived there. They do everything to ensure that we are able to host this event. These schools actually want to have people there regardless of their position. And we shake hands always with individuals. Here, the problem is that
the Rome says, I have a rat terrier as well. They are a handful. Yep. Fernando is absolutely a handful. Look, if nothing else, he keeps us on our toes.
We engaged in civil conversations. There was definitely people in the crowd that wanted to have that civil conversation. But then a group of 20 women just showed up out of nowhere as we were ending our conversation with the second person.
A group of 20 women. Guys, women are agents of chaos. A group of men were having a civil discussion until the women decided to show up and bring chaos. This is what they do.
Person and started to kind of heckle us. The heckling then turned into yelling at us when another group of 20, 30 students arrived. And this all happened within a minute. We realized quickly that we do have an issue here because we can, no longer have a civil.
Oh, Bad Rasta says we have 3 poodle Malteses. They're a handful. Wow. But one thing about Fernando and poodles, Fernando is highly intelligent. Like, this dog is highly, highly intelligent. He is, oh my God, he blows me away. And him being intelligent makes him a little more difficult to work, a little more difficult to deal with.
Debate with anybody that wants to have that debate. But 2, it was becoming a little bit, you could see that I don't want to say that it was violent at that moment, but you could see that it was starting to gradually get worse and worse. And went again from just being like, oh my God, what are they doing here? Get off our campus, right? To actually yelling at us. And
oh, by the way, DeBoss, if you consider that a win, just understand this nigga right here is going to be waiting on you. Just understand this nigga right here is going to be waiting on you when you get to prison. You still think it's a W, DeBoss? Huh? You think being the Booty Warriors main chick is a win? I'll wait.
That gradually got worse and worse by the minute, right? We started to see more and more students show up. I when you're in the minute, you don't know what's going on, but I would roughly say there was a group of 150 students that showed up with it.
Oh, Bradley Mike Golf says English Mastiffs are the best. I actually had one of the grandchildren of the Beast from Sandlot. How about that? That's actually very cool. Wow, Don DeMarco to you, man. How about that? And Mastiffs are gigantic, enormous animals.
In a few minutes after the first original group got there. And at that point, we're surrounded fully. Cops are around us. Our one private...
ProMan1 with the $5 super chat says, from a Gen Xer military brat who lived in Oklahoma. Yeah. Yeah. I am a Gen Xer military brat who lived in Oklahoma.
Security guard is overwhelmed, can't really do much. And we start getting the threats. This is where I don't use these things lightly. I never throw around the word racism or anti-Semitic because I feel like it's overused and you shouldn't use it lightly. But we started to receive actual threats. And again, I never overuse this, but racist threats, right? Saying, white boy, you don't want to be here in 5 minutes when I get back with that thing.
Uh-oh, did you hear that? Let's run that back for anyone who wants to suggest that this was not racially motivated. Listen again.
And again, I never overuse this, but racist threats, right? Saying, white boy, you don't want to be here in 5 minutes when I get back with that thing, right? And you got to understand, I don't take these threats lightly in situations where, as you can see, a group of...
Especially in the wake of the Charlie Kirk assassination. This dude literally threatened violence. You don't want to be back here when I come back with that thing. He wasn't talking about a screwdriver, boys and girls. Jordan Royale says, can't relax around the blacks. No, you cannot. Absolutely. There it is. King Life says, this is why you can't fund niggas. Absolutely. Dr. B84 says, that thing. Absolutely. Absolutely.
A lot of people starts to surround us relatively very quick. I've been to a lot of protests, very well organized protests. Never have I seen a protest or whatever this is form this quick. Even the most paid, professionally organized protest. And at some point, somebody charged at me. I don't want to say charged, but took a couple steps with a screwdriver that he raised up from his, what I thought was his jacket. I'll tell you why I thought in a second, and put it over his head and kind of went towards me. Jesus. I took a couple steps back, went inside the circle of cops, and that's when I let my crew know we have to get off campus immediately. Before that, I let the cop know. I said, hey, watch this individual. He has a screwdriver in his hand. He just put it back in.
Oh, ProMan says, so am I. Well, how about that? We both lived in Oklahoma.
His jacket.
And we're both Gen X military brats.
And I told my crew that we have to go immediately because we don't know what's coming next. They're already threatening us. These are racist threats against us. And now they're also starting to pull out tools, and I don't want to be there whenever they pull another tool out.
Woo! Hell no.
The cops immediately, and I'm thankful for them, they got together, and within 15
Imagine that, being thankful for cops, being thankful to the cops that kept you protected.
15 seconds, they came back to me and they said, we have to escort you guys off the grounds immediately for your safety.
Right. The cops told them, we are escorting you off campus for your safety, not for the quote unquote safety of our student body.
And maybe to go back just a second ago, when the cops initially got there 10 minutes before that, they weren't there to kick us off. They asked us if we have a permit. We said, no, we don't have a permit, but this is a public university. I believe we're allowed to be here.
King Life says, the boss is just another laced weed smoking crack baby. Oh, God damn. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, boy, that was... Damn. Damn, King Life. Shit. Yo, you just cooked that nigga. Goddamn.
And then I asked them, it's on camera, you can hear it. Are we being kicked out? The cop said, no. Let me reach out to my supervisor and figure out where you guys should be, if this is the appropriate place. Let's figure out what's going on. So the cops weren't removing us off the grounds. The cops weren't, telling us that we're trespassing. That's another misconception that I see online. The cops were actively trying to figure out what can we do to host this event. And
yeah, JetB44 welcome says college is crazy now. Dude, it's wild.
Where are we properly allowed to be? But
your pal is right. He says, I think race was a contributing factor, but I think it was mostly political. I'd like to know why these students were carrying tools, weapons around. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think race was definitely a contributing factor, and I think the race of these dudes definitely increased the temperature. If it had been 4 black dudes, I think they would have gotten the same response, just not quite as violent.
How quick things escalated within those 10 minutes, the cops realized that regardless of where they put us, the amount of protection that we're going to get, a mob was inside.
Jet B44 said DeBoss had a point though. What point are you talking about, Jet B44? Inquiring minds want to know.
Inciting violence against us.
Look at
to
this.
The point
You
of
see?
where now there's a tool in the crowd that can be
Look at this.
used to do.
See this girl right here? She's telling them to slow down and box him
anything
in.
against us. So the cops on themselves reached a conclusion that they have to escort us for our own safety. They took us to my car, which was parked about 7-minute walk away at the entrance of the school. And a group of 150 people, this is on my Instagram Live, so everybody can go see it. It's not edited whatsoever. Marched behind us, screaming the most disgusting things ever in the name of Black Power. That's what makes it worse. I don't want to repeat the comments that I was getting, but you can only imagine what I was getting. We finally arrived in my car. Before we arrived in my car, I told the cop that there's
the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
No way that we can allow these people to get into the parking lot because I won't be able to get out. I don't want them to see my...
Is everything okay? Oh, God.
My license plate. I don't want anything. The cops were so overwhelmed. There's probably 10 cops, including our private security, 11 people there that are there to try and hold back 150 people, and they can't do that. And I just want to express that what pisses me off the most is that the statement from the school that this was professional and respectful manner. It's crazy. We got to my car, and obviously we were just swarmed around. They were banging on my car. They were keying my car. They were damaging my car.
Look at this.
I don't even know how much thousands of dollars worth of damage there is on my car, throwing things at my car, banging on my car, trying to break our windows. We finally managed.
This is nigga shit. This is nigga behavior, y'all. Okay? This is barbaric, animalistic, non-civilized behavior.
To pull out of my parking spot. We make it to the 1-lane road to get out of the actual parking area there. And what do? The person in front of me stops. The person...
Yeah, James says carrying around tools shows premeditation. Absolutely. Absolutely.
The other lane stops right next to them and blocks us in. You can hear...
Yeah, what do you have a screw... Like, why are you walking around with a screwdriver?
Hear it on our Instagram Live and a couple videos we made afterwards. They wanted us off campus. They chased us off campus, and now they're blocking us to stay on campus grounds. Why, Jason?
The reason why is because they wanted to assault you.
We know why.
Yep.
We know exactly what these people wanted to do, and if there was no cops, no security...
Kingsley Messador says, damn, they were that mad?
Yep.
Absolutely.
We know exactly what they would have wanted to do. And the craziest thing to me about this is that I was there to destroy the stereotypes. I had a great conversation with this young lady. She told me, she said, hey, we are DEI, so you want to just ban us? And I said, no, I'm DEI. I should be allowed on this campus. And she said, no, you're racist. And I said, why am I racist? And she said, because of the MAGA hat that you have on. And I said, aren't you stereotyping me exactly how some people stereotype your community? Is that...
Oh! Don't stereotype us, niggas say. We're not all the same. Just because we're black doesn't mean we're niggas. Okay. But just because somebody is wearing a MAGA hat does not mean that they're racist. And he just literally turned it right back around on her. Well, wait a minute. If you're assuming that I'm a racist because I wear a MAGA hat, isn't that literally doing what you guys say we do to you?
What you want to be the thing? Like, you just want me to stereotype who you are based on the stereotypes? No. I want here to destroy the stereotypes so you can get to know me as an individual and understand why I think that DEI should be illegal. And we unfortunately only had the ability to have 2 conversations.
Holy cow, man.
Jesus.
So it starts at 3 o'clock, and by 3:10, 3:15, it's descended into chaos, it sounds like. And what time do you think you guys left campus? What time were you finally driving off in safety?
Jason, our entire video that we captured, which we captured from the moment that we sat down at the table till the moment that we had to actually pack the camera because we were being escorted, was 38 minutes.
Oh,
so
God.
Just understand that we had 2 conversations that lasted 5 minutes each, and then the tape rolled for another 28 minutes after that at 5 minutes of us prepping and whatnot. We were on college campus grounds for probably 40
Jet B44, I'm still wanting to know what point DeBoss had.
minutes before we ended up having to pretty much have full security escort us off there into safety. And again, for our safety, I just want to stress this enough that we verbally asked, are we being kicked off? And the officer said, no, we're just not sure where you're supposed to be. And if you're even supposed to be here, let us, investigate. Right. Or they basically said, let me call my supervisor, and then gave us a phone number to reach the administration, which again goes straight to voicemail. So that's why.
Wolf Mode 00 says, I don't feel bad. They went to Jurassic Park voluntarily and want to act all surprised. There, listen, there's some truth to that. There's some truth. And listen, I don't feel bad for these guys. Listen, man, they got out of there unscathed. Okay, like I'm sure his car's got a few new dents, but that's nothing. There's nothing that. There's really nothing that. That's not anything that insurance can't handle. So. Yeah, DeBoss confirms nigga shit says he went to the wrong campus, plain and simple. Should have gone to another one. And why do you say he went to the wrong campus? DeBoss, why do you say he went to the wrong campus? He went to the wrong campus because he went to an HBCU. And number one. Number two, why are you characterizing him going to the wrong campus? Why would you characterize Tennessee State University as the wrong campus? I'd like to know. I'd also like you to pull up. And now he says this dude is lying. Well, you know what? DeBoss, I'm not going to allow you to troll me in the chat. If you want to, DeBoss, you can come up and talk to me. Okay? You can come up and talk to me. We can have a civil debate, but you're a coward and you don't want to. The reason why you don't want to come up and debate, the reason why you just want to chat is because you don't want me to rebuttal you in real time. You don't want me to rebuttal you in real time. That's why. You showed up in the pull-up studios twice. I brought you on. You didn't say anything. You showed up and disappeared because you're afraid. You're scared. You're a coward. And niggas are cowards. Black people, we are not cowards. We are not afraid to talk to people. We're not afraid to have debates. Niggas are cowards. They're afraid to have debates. And the reason why you don't want to come up here, DeBoss, is because you know you're wrong. Plain and simple.
Do you plan on continuing? Obviously, I think you will. Will you visit more HBCUs?
I don't think that there's the ability for us to actually visit any of these HBCUs for the simple fact that there's massive messages already going around to everybody, to all the HBCUs, saying do not allow these. They're calling us crackers, and in the middle they're putting KKK.
Unbelievable. So now HBCUs are sending messages to other HBCUs. Don't let these crackers on campus.
Oh,
and you tell me who's the racist. If regular college campuses, non-HBCUs, were sending messages to each other, hey, don't let these niggas on campus, what do you think would happen? It'd be national fucking news. It'd be national news. This is why I tell you guys. Black people in this country are the most racist people on the planet. Black people are so much more racist towards white people because they're allowed to be. Midnight in Exile says, yank all their federal funding and deny them the FAFSA. I remember the FAFSA form.
Again, the problem that I have with that is that if you're a private institution, do whatever you want to. You want to be actual fascist where you suppress the freedom of speech? Be my friend. Do whatever you want to do. But public institutions that are HBCUs, which there's a few of, that take $90 million, like in Tennessee State University, from the federal government, should not be able to suppress my ability to come on their college campuses just because of the position I hold. They're framing us.
Dr. B84 says, let's be real. For black women, crackers are white dudes who aren't liberal/woke. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jordan Royale says, I thought reverse racism doesn't exist. No, reverse racism doesn't exist. It's just racism. But yes, you're right.
As Nazis again, as enemies of state, as domestic terrorists, the same thing that they've done for years that radicalizes people to go and shoot an individual on a college campus for the simple fact that they've been radicalized to believe that these are Nazis, enemies of states, domestic terrorists. So we're not going to back down. We're not going to let terrorists terrorize us into forfeiting the fundamental principles of this country, which is the freedom of speech and expression. They don't like that. They can expose themselves as they did yesterday, and they can double down and tell us that this was professional, respectful manner.
Damn! Holy moly. This is why I said that Tennessee State University, like most HBCUs, is a matriarchy. And what do matriarchies do? They justify the bad behavior of their community. That's what they do. That behavior was absolutely deplorable. That was crazy. That was crazy. They should not have reacted that way at all.
David, I think you've answered all my questions. I hope you got some hot chicken while you were here. Nashville's got great hot chicken.
Oh my God. Whitlock is stupid. But guess what? This dude, David, remember Whitlock, this dude is from the A, right? This dude was born and raised in Atlanta. This dude is from the A. You know he got the hot chicken. You already know. You already know what it is.
If
you got the hot chicken, Whitlock. Don't worry about that, bro. Don't worry about that.
Contact me and us. I, there's some people on my team that, want to sue you guys for, I'm joking here. But, you guys are calling yourself Fearless Tours. That was part of the other reason that
James says, you ain't lying, Donovan. Down here in Florida, blacks walk around as if it were reverse 1950. I'm trying to tell you. Casual Germ says, I got chicken wings in the fridge, bruh. Oh, my God. You know what? I haven't had chicken wings in a while, and I'm on this gluten-free kick. Hang on a second. Are wings from Wingstop gluten-free? No! Oh, they're not. Oh, it's the breading. Oh, without the breading. Okay.
Great. It's just like, hey, man, these guys, my show is called Fearless, and these guys certainly are fearless. I think it was, you've made it crystal clear it wasn't your intention to, but I think you exposed really dangerous form of normalized and promoted racism that needs to be rooted out of this country. That it can't be, there's some white guys that like Trump and disagree with me, and therefore we get to abuse and mistreat them and pretend like they're beyond the pale. That is racism, and it needs to be called out. I think your video and what you guys did have brought it to the surface, and so now we can deal with it and talk about it rather than pretend and deny that it's...
Jadawa says, the chat is talking about chicken, and now Donovan is searching for chicken. Yeah, that's kind of what I do. I've got ADHD like that, man. I've got like food ADHD. The first time somebody mentions food, I'm like, uh-oh, now I want it.
Out there, David.
By the way, tacos. Devin found a taco mix for the hamburger, for the ground beef that's gluten free, so I can have tacos.
Great job. I hope we stay in touch. I want to hear more about what you guys are doing, and we'd love to, have you back on the show, and Cam as well. Thank you so much. That was David.
Okay. All right. Listen, Don DeMarco. Wait, David.
Kate.
Oh, David Cate. Don DeMarco to David Cate, man. I think he represented himself. I think he represented himself. Oh, breaking news. Fernando has jumped. He now is able to jump onto the couch. Devin tells me he needs a running start, but he can do it. I'm gonna tell you what, man. Fernando is athletic. Fernando is extremely athletic. Connor says wings and tacos sounds good right now. Man, who you telling? Holy moly. Alaskan K says, bro, I need to give you my taco recipe. Says, Don, how much spicy can you handle? Yeah, I can handle, like, I'm not the type of person that goes out and looks for the hot shit, but yeah, I can handle spice pretty good. I can handle that pretty good. Jordan Royale asks, were you always gluten-free? No, I was not. As a matter of fact, I'm down 12 pounds since I started my gluten-free lifestyle change. Also, for those of you guys who might not know this, yes, the Phillies are up 3-1. Very good. I now wear, you can't see it, but I now have a, well, I don't know. Take this off. I am wearing a continuous glucose monitor. A CGM. So I wear a CGM, as you guys can see there. I wear a CGM, and it tells me, it tells me what my glucose is in real. Try not to dislodge this thing. It tells me what my glucose is in real time, and it helps me. And what it does is it helps me to. It lets me know how different foods affect my blood sugar. And so your blood sugar, a healthy blood sugar, should be between 70 and 140 milligrams per deciliter. And as long as you're in between this, so right now, you guys can see, damn it. You guys can see right now I'm at 83 milligrams per deciliter, and I've been pretty steady throughout the day. And it's interesting, now that I've gone gluten-free and I watch my portions, I feel a lot better. Like, I really do. Like, dude, I'm on here talking, like, dude, my vocal stamina has increased. I'm like, dude, I've been doing this now for 3 hours. I've been doing this for 3 hours, over 3 hours. I feel fine. I feel absolutely fine. We're going to break down a few Hard R podcast videos as well. BS Profile says, now I'm waiting for someone to call the glucose meter white. Psh, well, it is technically white. Oh, yeah, Devin says she's teaching Fernando how to jump over obstacles. Yeah, we're going to get him into some obstacle course training, man. We're going to get him some obstacle course training. Oh, DJ Beefit says, Don, I had a fire-ass shredded brisket baked potato at this place in Arizona called Caldwell County. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Holy moly. Rogue Nation says it watches your blood sugar. If it goes too high at 200, it'll start beeping. Yes. Yes. Bad Rasta says, Don might be in ketosis. I don't think so. My glycogen stores are pretty solid. Yannick L'Italian says CGM and the gluten-free lifestyle. Absolutely. Dude, I'm down 12 pounds. I started at like 252. I'm already at like 239, y'all. It's incredible. It's incredible. Sean Moore says, just got back from the gym and Don's still going. Nice. Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to play this video for you guys. Because this right here demonstrates what niggas are really all about. This demonstrates what niggas are really all about. This woman is openly calling for the death of Myron Gaines. Let's watch and see.
TikTok that we wish that was Myron instead first. Like, don't wish death on nobody, but Myron gotta go. Myron, he got to go.
See that?
Ratio that. Can we all admit TikTok that we wish that was Myron instead first? Like, don't wish death on nobody, but Myron gotta go. Myron, he got to go.
See that? I don't wish death on nobody, but Myron's gotta go. Myron's gotta go. See? This is how these people are. This is how these people are. Instead of doing their best to break the stereotypes, instead of having respectful conversations and debate, let's just kill Myron Gaines. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Incredible. Absolutely incredible, man. Dude, they verify these stereotypes at every turn. every turn they verify these stereotypes, man. J-Mod says, is she using a fisheye lens? Yeah, it looked like it. Kind of looked like it. Yeah, BS Profile says they want to unalive anyone with superior reasoning. Yep. Devin says her lashes. Devin said her lashes gotta go. Yeah, those lashes were. Yeah. DJ BFit says, could she be arrested for that? I don't know. Praetorian Guard, what are your thoughts on that? Donovan, Phoenix Light Game says, Donovan Bar and Grill spots are known to have gluten-free wings, so if you're familiar with the restaurant you're liking... yeah, dude, I look for gluten-free options all the time. Absolutely. Yes. I'm always looking for gluten-free options. Well, gentlemen, it is now time for the best, the most controversial segment in all of YouTube history. It's the Hard R Podcast. Let's get it. The Hard R Podcast has been known to trigger a few niggas. Here is the bingo card, and the bingo squares are as follows. Are you recording? Clapback cop. Snow bunny cop. Dude has a warrant. Call my fake lawyer. I'ma sue. Assaults the cop. I ain't do nothing. Gets the taser. Bzzz, ride the lightning. My kids. I'm not resisting. Call your sergeant. Loosen the handcuffs. Runs away from the cops. Why you arresting me? Bro! Let me call my... Mommy! I don't have ID. You racist motherfuckers. I can't breathe. I know my rights. I'm afraid for my life. I need an ambulance. You're weird. And don't touch me. And so to business. First off, shout out to Phoenix Light Games, the de facto producer of the Hard R Podcast. Most of these videos come from PLG. This first video is entitled Wallet Theft at Planet Fitness Ends in Taser Arrest. Oh boy, let's get it.
On February 21st, 2023, Sandy Springs police responded to a theft at Planet Fitness.
Oh, Sandy Springs in
A
Georgia.
witness saw a man pick up a camouflage wallet and alerted staff, but the man left before they could confront him. Later, the witness spotted him and his girlfriend entering Whole Foods and called the victim, who contacted 911.
Shit.
Officers were talking with the witness and
Well, at least they went to Whole Foods.
victim when the couple walked out.
And he said no, but he picked it up. And I thought I was going to give it to the membership folks.
Oh, yeah. PLG, yes. Start sending me some of those sovereign citizen videos. I'm going to make up that bingo card as well.
And I was like, did he just take that long?
Up and already, we already have a bingo card. We got a Snow Bunny cop. Hard R bingo is underway. We got a Snow Bunny cop. Here we go. This is her right here. Snow Bunny cop. Very good.
Took it. And so then they were leaving. I got my calls like, there was no way I just took the wallet. So I went back and I said, hey, did somebody report a camouflage wallet? That's the one there. I said, did somebody report a camouflage wallet? And they said, yeah.
Hey, you stop. Hey.
Come here.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Yes.
Okay. You all clean fitness?
Yes.
Took a wallet from small.
No, I put it on the counter after.
You didn't put it on the counter.
Oh, this nigga's lying. Man,
Stop
you
the
already know.
cap.
Man, this Travis Hunter looking ass. Come on, man. We know you didn't. Man, we know you
I
took
did.
it.
If you want charged with it, because if he has it, then
I don't.
Not anymore, he doesn't.
I swear I don't.
Okay, so who has
He says he swears he doesn't. You guys know what happens anytime somebody swears on something, right?
I got my own wallet.
Exactly.
Nobody's wallet.
Because the dude tapped me on my shoulder like, hey, is that yours? I said, no.
Look, he doesn't have the wallet
I'm gonna ask to
anymore.
search you, and I'm gonna ask to search you in the backpack.
Oh shit.
You're welcome. Okay. Bring your stuff out on the road, though.
He doesn't have it on him because he threw it away. If he didn't throw this wallet away, he's even dumber than he looks.
Okay, so where did you set the wallet then?
I was trying about rent. Since I'm old, man, asked me, like, sir, is this yours? I was like, no. Because I have my own wallet, as you can see.
Okay, and you set it down and you didn't take it?
No. You stuck with my stuff?
So the reason we're stopping you is people are saying that they saw you take the wallet.
All they got to do is go to the footage. If they look at the video cameras, they can see whether he took it or not.
Away.
Captain Stransky says he called the cops. He saw the cops and dumped it. He should have dumped it a while back.
Are all these cards yours in here?
Yes. First and last name.
What's your first name?
Christopher Woodside. My ID and my social is in here.
Okay.
I even got a Six Flags card that I had since 2017.
Okay.
I mean, if they can't find the wallet on him, I think they don't really have anything. They need to go and review that footage.
Yeah, they paid you to slap her down, you slap her back on the food, and tell them something has changed.
Putting this back in your wallet.
Okay.
Oh, of course, he's got a blunt in there. He does not have the wallet. He dumped it. They should check that trash can.
Okay, so why would they think that you guys have this wallet?
He's got on the 92 J. Wait, what kind of J's are those? I think those are the 92s.
I picked it up and put it on the counter, yeah.
You don't have any cards that don't belong to you?
No, I do. Yeah, I get my dread.
No, just hold on. Turn on, put your hands on your back real
God,
quick.
why am I going to pain?
Because you have cards and somebody else's ID.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Gotcha, bitch.
He's got cards and somebody else's ID in his wallet. That's why his ass is going to jail. So oh my God. This dumb nigga took the wallet. And kept the dude's ID. Come on,
jack off, please.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, here we go. There it is. Okay, so he is now running from the law. And he's about to get tased. Oh shit.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Don't handcuff, guys. Don't handcuff.
Why are you making this difficult?
I'm not reaching for nothing.
Yeah, you can say you're not reaching for anything, but if you're reaching for something, that's what they're going to think. This is so funny. Niggas think, dude, this is why we say that the nigga community is a matriarch. Because women think that just because they say something, it automatically makes it true. I'm not reaching for nothing. We don't know that.
Put your hands behind your back now.
I can't.
You're gonna get tased. Put your hands behind your back or you're gonna get tased.
I can't.
All right.
I got a taste. Put your other hand behind your back.
Oh, here we go. There it is.
Put
We
your
can
hand
that
behind your
language.
back. How many units? Taser deployed.
He's telling him no.
Put your hand behind your back. You're gonna get tased. You're gonna get tased.
Gonna get it again. Oh, shit.
I can't move. How fuck am I move? Put your other hand behind your back now. Put it behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Help!
Yeah, there's the bat. Yeah, there it is. There's the bat nigga signal. There it is. Help! 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 I'm being arrested while in the commission of a crime and I need someone to help me.
Help! Help!
210, we
help!
Nigga, ain't nobody
210
helping
unit
you.
units. Help! Help! Help!
Bitch, nigga.
Help!
Stop kicking.
Help!
Oh, he's assaulting.
Help! Help!
Oh, help is on the way, my guy.
Put your hand behind your back.
Help!
Help is on the
Why
way.
you got my fucking hands like that? Stop putting my fucking hand on the ground.
Put your hands behind your back.
Help! Bitch, my hands behind my back. Help! Hey, pushing my face on the ground. Ah!
Oh, looks like we've got somebody in the pull-up studio. Or wait a minute, or do we? Whoever's in there, I can't. Whoever's in there, I can't see you. DaBaby, is that you again, or DeBoss? Whoever that is, jump out and then jump back in.
Help! 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 Help!
Let go.
Help!
Praetorian Guard says that's called drive stunning. Yep.
Help! Help!
Bro, ain't nobody gonna help you, man.
He just touched my ankle! He touched my ankle! He touched my ankle!
What the
Help! No!
DeBoss babe.
Help! Help! Help!
Cricket. Fix it later.
DeBoss, consider yourself lucky.
Scared?
Yes.
I touched my ankle. Get up! Stop!
That's because you're not putting your hands behind your back.
Stop kicking me! It's so hard. Help! Help!
His ass in trouble now.
We need a car.
We need a car.
He does sound like Dave Chappelle, doesn't he, Type D?
Help!
I can't get to my keys because I haven't pulled on this hand.
Where are your keys? Can I stop applying unnecessary force? Can you stop applying unnecessary force? Just stop!
Just relax.
I can't.
Bro, it don't work that way. It doesn't work that way. This guy thinks, well, if you guys stop what you're doing, I'll stop doing what I'm doing. No. You're going to stop doing what you're doing.
He on my fucking leg. He's injured.
You have to
I
stop
have an
kicking.
injured leg.
You have to
Yeah, you
stop
do now.
kicking.
I can't. He's on my injured leg.
Stop kicking. And
I
you'll
was
stop.
not kicking.
Yes, you were.
Because you're on my injured leg once again.
Keep going.
Yeah, you ran, my nigga. What happened? Like, what's up?
Help!
Bro, nobody's
Can't
helping
get
you.
off my injured leg. He's injured. Jesus Christ, it hurts.
Hey, listen.
Yep.
It hurts.
Not
Help!
supposed to feel
We're going to
good.
stand up and you're going to sit in the car. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay. Lift up from your knees.
I can't. Oh, my leg hurts.
Oh my
Get on your
god.
knees.
This dude.
Stand up.
We're not doing this. Walk. Ah, why you pulling my arms apart? Walk. It hurts.
Because you need to walk.
Unnecessary force.
Put your feet
How am I
up.
Sorry, hold on. I think somebody just pulled up. Oh, there he is. All right. All right, PLG, what you got?
Hey, yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to be gone. I'm just going to be here for like
Okay.
20, 30 seconds to explain something that ever since I started doing these hard R videos,
Okay.
hard R videos down. This is simply pattern recognition, and this is actually game for you, the chat, and especially police officers. Whenever you're in confrontation or you're in conversation with niggas, especially if you have an idea if they're guilty or not, be wary when you're in conversation with them if they have brief sudden pauses.
Oh yeah, that means that shit's about to pop off.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yep.
That's what I've noticed, and that, like, ever since I've been starting, reviewing these videos, I always get nervous when they start
when they start all of a sudden, yeah.
Like, you know the typical cliche in movies where when they say it's quiet, too quiet.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah,
They're like, it's quiet, and then somebody says too quiet, and then the alien jumps out from the
Yeah, so when shit's about to pop off, it usually when they're usually suddenly quiet. That's not a good thing. Be very wary of them to retaliate violently, and always keep your guard up, especially in your like even in everyday conversation, whether you're a police officer or just a modern day citizen. Guys, be careful if you're in a conversation with niggas. If there's if all of a sudden there's a brief pause, I've noticed this like 9 out of 10 times they will react violently. So just be wary of that. I just wanted to give that my 2 cents. I just wanted to give game to everybody in the chat. So
okay, very good. I appreciate that. That's actually very good game because again, just like it's just like PLG said, man. And guys, not only do we see this in the police videos, we see this on the restaurant videos too. We see this in the restaurant videos too. Something else I actually forgot to mention. The way those kids at the HBCU reacted at Tennessee State University. Do you know who those people? You know who those children are? You know those videos that we see of the single mother, the single black mother with the child on her hip or holding the kid or holding the kid's hand, causing a ruckus at McDonald's because they're missing a McNugget or they feel like they were treated poorly. Or wrecking shit, taking down cash registers. These are those children. These children are acting like this because this is what they've been taught. Sad but true. Let's continue.
No, put your feet in the car. Put your feet in the car.
Nigga, you can't get your shoes, bruh.
And then after they jumped him, that one tased him. Move your foot.
Belt is in my way.
That one tased him because he was not complying.
Move your foot.
Belt is in my way.
Your belt is on the way of your foot.
It's right here. I can't
move
sit
your
back.
foot.
Excuse me, ma'am. I can't sit back, man.
Excuse me, ma'am. Oh, now he wants to be all.
Y'all checked him and he didn't have anything.
He did have something, sweetheart. No. See, now there she goes spreading lies. No, he had somebody else's identification and somebody else's cards in there. They checked him, and he in his possession had somebody else's identification and their cards. He ditched the wallet.
Not saying thing was wrong, man. Just go do rice with that. I know that.
Bitches always
we
be
have the
lying.
victim right there, and we have his ID on him.
Oh, there he goes. Now
Hey,
he's chipping out.
Hey, you gotta stop.
Back says PLG, the nigga whisperer.
I'm coming out with no email. I'm coming to the police. I'm coming to the police while I that report.
Listen to the bitch. See, now there she goes. They jumped and tased him for nothing. No, they jumped and tased him because he's guilty of a crime. He stole another man's wallet with his identification in it and then attempted to run. That's why they tased him. You see how she's doing? She's spreading lies. They checked all his stuff. He didn't have anything, but they're arresting him anyway. That's illegal. You can't arrest someone for no reason.
Public, if you want a copy of it, okay? What's gonna be the number? We'll get that to you, all right? Can I get your badge number? 376. What?
376, bitch. That bitch said 376, and now she's like 276.
What's your name? What's yours? Yep, he had it.
Yep,
Peter.
he had it. There it is.
Peter.
Yep.
Is this your card?
Yes.
Look at this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Peter.
Yeah.
Had all his shit. They checked it. They checked him. He didn't have nothing. You lying bitch. Yep, that's him.
Peter.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna have him lift traffic.
Okay.
Big Set says, "What you need her badge number for?" Just to make them think that they're going to report them. What's your badge number? And they never, dude. They never write that shit down. What's your badge number? What's your badge number? Translation: I'm going to make you think that I'm going to report you. That gives me some type of power. Shane will win with the $2 super chat. Says, Ignorant. What's your badge number? Shut the fuck up, bitch. That's my badge number. What's my badge number? 187.
I was gonna go back like he had his whole shit on. That's why I was wondering why.
He threw the wallet away.
Yep.
Yeah. So we need to get you a new wallet. Does this look like?
Yeah.
Does this look like it's about everything that was in the wallet?
Yeah, that does. Yeah.
Okay, this is how your wallet comes up. There's no. Was there money in there?
No.
No cash. Okay, so just the cards. The second password and then down your information. Got everything back. Thank you for your help. Thank you. You too.
That's why, I mean,
You pull it out and then.
I didn't even say anything because
Dude, I knew he threw it away.
as soon as he started doing that jacket thing, I mean, I knew he was gonna. I figured there was gonna be 53s back there with him. Because the first thing up there, or the second thing was his ID, and I turned and looked at him.
You come here to the office. What'd you say?
He was charged with theft by taking an obstruction, then taken to the Fulton County Jail.
Yeah, so right.
Damn, Fulton County Jail. God damn. Well, better Fulton County than Clayton County. I do know that. All right, let us go to the next video. I'm going to have to, you know what? I'm going to do one more video. I'm only going to do one more video because Devin and I, we are going to take an outing, a very important outing, actually. Let's see here. Here we are. This one is entitled, Woman Records Her Own Felony Arrest. Let's reset the Hard R bingo card, and here we go.
Officers received a call in reference to a disturbance. According to the report, the suspect, later identified as a 38-year-old named Kentura, threw a cup of urine at a moving vehicle before exposing her sexual
Oh my God, her name was Keturah and she threw a cup of pee. Oh my God.
organs. Kentura left the scene before officers arrived, but her vehicle was spotted shortly after.
Uh-oh, they got her now.
Knock it off.
What did you put me for?
Uh-oh.
What happened this morning?
What do you mean? What happened this morning? Why did you
In front of your house. In front of your house. Knock it off.
I'm doing the
Stop
speeding.
arguing with me.
You know what? Let me call another deputy out.
Oh, there it is. Let me call a sergeant. Baby girl, it is not smart to be going into your car when being accosted by cops. This is how niggas get shot, y'all. This is how niggas get shot. Let me call the deputy.
Let me call another deputy.
Lady, I got enough information right now to take you to jail.
I'm gonna record this.
Oh, there it is. I'm going to record this. See, there it is. Yep. Now she's stalling.
Don't. Now listen.
No.
What happened this morning? I can just go ahead and take you.
See, there it is. You see? Guys, this is what niggas do. They don't want to hear it. When niggas know they're wrong, this is the way they act. Right? DeBrat, whatever the fuck his name is, he knows he's wrong. That's why he never pulled up. He doesn't want to have the conversation. This woman knows she's going the fuck to jail. So when the cop is trying to explain it to her, she don't want to hear it. Because she knows she's going the fuck to jail. This is what niggas do, y'all.
I want to get your side of the story. It's the whole reason why I stopped.
See, there it is. I want to get your side of the story. If she really is innocent of whatever it is they're accusing her of, she would give her side of the story. But she knows she's not, and that's why she's acting like this.
I am reporting this deputy.
Jeez, I really don't care that you're recording. You need to talk to me about what happened this morning, or I'm going to take you to jail.
What do you mean? What happened this morning?
This morning, you got into it with somebody out in front of your house.
I didn't get into it with nobody at my house.
Yes, you did. You come out of your
Stop
house.
the cap.
Your name.
I just picked my husband up. I was done. I just came.
What is your name?
Look, I just got a coffee.
You're
I
Mrs.
just got a
Gutierrez.
coffee. I just got a coffee, sir.
You're Mrs. Gutierrez.
I just went and got a coffee.
Are you Mrs. Gutierrez?
I just left.
There it is. Yep, there it is. See, she don't. Yeah. See that? See that? She don't want to say nothing because she is Mrs. Gutierrez, I would imagine. So there we go.
You're really pissing me off, lady. Come here.
Oh, now she's gonna run? Oh, now she's running. Okay, well, I think that counts as running from the cops too. Let's go.
Step up 94.
What does that mean, PG? Step on 94? Look at her. She's literally trying to run. Where is she going? Where is she going? Oh, there she goes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the cops just ate it.
Don't do that, Mom.
Look at her. Yeah, see? She knows she's in trouble. You see this? See this? See, she knows she's wrong. Guys, this is what people who know they're in the wrong do. This is what people who know they're in the wrong do. They avoid the conversation. They avoid the conversation. They don't want anything to do with it. They either want to run, they want to shame you, chastise you, or like those HBCU niggas, they run you off campus.
Come here.
Yeah, see, she's running because she knows
Come
she's
here
wrong.
No, I got you on recording. You fell on your...
Come here now.
Look at this. This is unbelievable. She knows she's wrong. Loud as fuck. Look at her.
Oh, you are harassing me. You fell on your own.
2-1. Have the LMC deputy step out.
Look at her. She's all the way across the street. She knows she's wrong. She knows she's wrong, and now she's running from the
Unit
cops.
going on scene. Secure my car. Grab her.
Did she go into a building? Oh, God, this is gonna be crazy.
Who you chasing? She ran aside.
I need her.
Driver, which car? He just ran. Right there with the white shirt?
Yeah.
Right here.
It's almost gonna touch me. Please don't touch me.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Don't touch me. Don't touch me, because if they don't touch her, they can't arrest her.
No, no, no.
No, you're under
Please
arrest.
don't touch me.
Oh,
You're
no.
under arrest.
No, I didn't do anything.
Oh, there it is. I didn't do nothing. There, dude, I'm going to tell you what. She's about to fill up this whole bingo card, y'all. I didn't do anything. Yeah, you did. That's why your ass ran. Stop it.
I didn't do anything, sir.
Yes, you did.
Listen.
Yes, you did.
Please do not touch me.
an investigation.
Please do not touch me.
Nope, you're going to jail,
Please
bitch.
do not touch me.
You're going to jail, bitch.
Please
Nope.
don't touch me. Don't touch me. Do not touch me. Do not touch me.
No, I got street.
Please do not touch me. Please do not touch me.
I got
Oh, the attack of the big back.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's okay.
When big backs attack.
It's okay.
When big backs attack.
Hey, watch out, watch out. Watch out.
Do not arrest me.
Oh, do not arrest me. Oh, okay, ma'am. Don't arrest me. Okay, all right. Bye.
Do not arrest me.
No, you're going to jail, bitch. You ran from the law. You going to fuck the
My shoes
jail.
are right there.
Is that another fake ass Louis bag?
Hey, relax.
No.
Look, you're gonna hurt your own wrist.
No, listen.
You're gonna hurt your own
You
wrist.
have no right to arrest me.
Yes, they do.
You have no. You have no
Yes,
right.
oh, yes, yes, yes.
No.
Listen,
Yes, yes,
you
yes.
tell us what's going on.
Yes, yes, yes.
You gotta let them handcuff you.
No. I didn't
Yes,
do
yes, yes.
anything to this guy.
Why did you run from right there?
I didn't run from him.
Yeah, you did.
I'm not doing everything.
Hey, yes, you are. You're gonna hurt your own wrist.
Please don't touch me. Don't arrest me.
I'm not putting my shoes on.
Okay, fine.
I'm not
Go barefooted.
resisting. It's on my. It's on my.
Put on the green and white.
It's on my.
Put on the green and white.
I ain't doing nothing. I want to know what he's arresting me for. What is he arresting me for?
Then detain you.
What is you arresting me
Put on the
for?
green and white.
Oh, that must be your
I want to
husband.
stay here.
You good? Cut yourself?
Yeah, he cut himself.
I didn't do that.
Attack.
She didn't do
The big back.
That was me.
When big back attacks. Praetorian Guard says she's collecting charges like
I
Pokemon,
didn't do
right?
that to him. No, I'm not sitting in here.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. Why are you doing this to me?
Now, get your big ass in the car.
Oh no, you didn't
Get your
do
big
this
ass.
to me.
Get your big ass
Oh
in the
no,
car.
you
Go
didn't
on.
do this to me.
Turn around.
Go on.
No, you didn't do this
Go
to
on.
me.
You gotta turn around.
Did you?
Go on. Get your big ass. Go ahead and get your big ass on in there.
Did
Go
you
on.
cut me like this? Did you really do this to me?
No.
Did you really do this to me?
No. Ain't nobody done nothing to you.
I know, man. It's okay. It's okay, baby. You're fine. You're fine.
No, you are not going to be fine.
You're fine.
I need you.
Yes, you got a nurse coming.
Jethro Rapfro says, hey, Donovan, you should react to woman propaganda with Fresh and Fit after hours. They did 2 after hours. One was, should blacks get reparation? But the last one they did was the best. The monkeys were extra triggered. Okay, I might actually react to that tomorrow.
How you doing? This is the hospital staff. They want to make sure you're okay.
No, I'm not okay.
Of course you're not okay.
Yes, I am hurt.
Do you need to see a doctor?
No, I don't need to see the doctor.
Okay, so if you're hurt and you don't need to see the doctor, then why did you say you were hurt?
Okay. Well, that's what we want to make sure that you don't need medical attention.
Well, you know, I'm just waiting. I will do medical attention and everything on my own. I want to have it on my own insurance.
Yeah, she's gonna lie. She thinks that if she goes to the hospital on her own medical insurance, she thinks that whatever story she tells the hospital, they're going to believe.
Yeah.
You can have it on your own insurance here too.
I'll do everything on my own.
Yep.
Okay, we just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's wrongful why I'm here, but you know.
Okay, here we go.
I'll do everything on my own. I'll pay for everything on my own.
Yeah, I'm sure.
With my
you
own
will.
insurance.
Yeah.
No problem. It's all recorded.
Yep, it sure is. It sure is.
Recorded. Y'all, everybody know what took place. You know, I mean, it didn't even have to go here. But I would just certainly stop for no reason. I was just making a turn.
Now there she goes.
I mean, a right turn, and this deputy, he just basically came to my house. I was gone. I was out at McDonald's, came back for coffee. Also, Papa, can you please call the tire company and tell them that right now I'm in handcuffs and waiting to be, you know, notified.
Taken to jail?
I was arrested. But anywho, and I just, you know, made the right turn. The deputy just basically stated why, you know, you did what you did at your home. First of all, you know,
dude.
I know, but it's on record. It's on camera. I'm glad I made it here. It's on camera.
All right, cool.
Thank you so much.
Close the door. Take this bitch to jail.
Like, try to turn your whole body that way a little bit so we can see your arms. No, I'm just gonna put them over the top. I'm finna switch the cuffs out. Alright? Keep your hands together.
Oh, they had to switch the cuffs out for the big
This is too tight. This the left hand.
Oh, there it is. All right, this is too tight. She's gonna try and weasel her way out the
I
handcuffs.
have a lot of spasm in this left one. This one is too tight. It's on the left side. It's too tight.
My fingers are in here. Two fingers are in here.
It's too tight. The other cuff was
No, it ain't too tight. This is crazy.
straight enough.
I swear to God, these niggas always do the same thing. Christopher Williams says, did she say basically? Yes, she did.
You're taking off.
I'm
you know,
telling you.
Sir, you need to put the other cuff on. These are too small.
Stop talking to this woman.
Look, 2 fingers go inside.
This is too small.
Emotional
Please don't scratch me.
Turn.
Ain't nobody scratching you, bitch. What's wrong with you?
So something.
What, the French toast? You put 2 fingers in there, right?
No. It hurts. It burns.
Yeah, they're not made for comfort.
Yeah.
2 fingers here.
They're not made for comfort, and we got a clap back cop. Here we go, baby.
2 fingers here. I thought I saw a little blood.
I'm
live. Please don't touch it.
Yeah, me too. While she was in the car, she said that when she was placed under arrest, it felt like her arm was broken, and that she's having spasm in her hand.
Okay.
So now when we get here, she said she's refusing to get out of the vehicle.
Oh, there it is. So she did want the ambulance. So what she's trying to do now is she's actually doing like the other lady did. I need medical attention. Never mind, I don't. I need medical attention. Never mind, I don't.
All right. Okay, how you doing, ma'am? I'm Deputy Newman. Just like you said,
You're complaining of injury, you're complaining of discomfort. We want to make sure we take care of that discomfort for you, okay? We're not the enemies here. We're just trying to affect the situation and win bad.
I just want you guys to go ahead and just book me. I've been sitting here for a couple of hours.
We're trying.
And we already done been to the police department.
I agree.
And now I'm back here. This is
See, and again, here goes the filibustering. She didn't want to talk. She didn't want to hear nothing.
where it all began.
Okay, can I explain to you why we're back here then? Will you allow me?
Yes.
All right, so we were absolutely very prepared to take you in and book you and have all that going down. The officer just had to write the information, get all the information from you. It's a process, okay? In that process, and as we're getting ready to actually take you over there, you complained of a possible broken arm and discomfort.
I complained of that at the very beginning when you guys arrested me.
So that being said, now we have no choice because of that complaint of
that was already said.
And that's the thing is now. See, that's the thing. Oh, I need to go to the hospital. Da, 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 da. Now you got to go, baby girl.
To bring you. Well, I wasn't there for that.
It was already said when you guys arrested me. I already felt discomfort into the spasm of my left and right wrist.
Okay, well then we're gonna bring.
Oh, now it's the left and the right wrist.
Spasm in my back because I'm sitting here for numbers of hours. If you were arresting,
she is just going to continue to talk. She's not trying to listen to nobody. Just pull her ass out the car and strap her to a ventilator or something.
No, you're supposed to be able to tell that person within an hour or so, not even an hour, what they are being arrested for. If you arrest me, you should be able to tell me what I'm arrested for. But I'm sitting here for like an hour.
Okay, I understand. I understand that. So here's the thing. Instead of us conversing back and forth with would've, could've, and should've stuff, right? Let me help you, and if you could help me help you, let's go in there and let these doctors get you comfortable.
I just want you guys to go ahead and
I mean, you being able to spin your.
Here's what's going to happen when they take her to the police station. She's going to say, "I need medical attention." That's what she's doing. That's what she's doing. Dude, this is exactly what they do. I need medical attention. Then when they get to the police station, I need medical attention. Then they get to the hospital. No, I'm refusing medical attention. This is what they do.
And all that, like I just saw, tells me that those cuffs are a lot looser than we normally have them.
No, the other cuffs that he put on my wrist.
Well,
it was a
That's why he took them off, sweetie. Let's go.
whole lot looser. These here are too. These here are too small. Can you adjust them?
Yeah, well, can you step out and help
Ain't nobody
me,
adjusting nothing.
Well, I can turn around.
I need ma'am. I need you to step out because I need the full picture of you. Okay. Not literal picture, but I need you to step out. I'm not going to get aggressive with you. I'm not even going to touch you. Okay.
No, he got my wrist right here.
Okay, I can see those cuffs.
If I bend my knees.
She is going to do whatever it takes to be as non-compliant as humanly possible. Yep. Praetorian Guard says wasted resources. Casual Germ says wasting money and everyone's time. Dude, these people are such. Oh my God. These people are such a fucking albatross on our society. Like for the relative few of them that they take up so much time and resources. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This woman is obviously guilty of throwing piss on somebody, yet here she is, 2.5, 3 hours in, complaining about the cuffs are too tight, and no, I don't need medical attention. This is crazy.
Get back inside. That's more discomfort that I want to cause to my limbs. Okay, I have a lot of ligaments that is going on with.
I got a lot of ligaments that's going on. Oh,
my left knee
we'll step out and stretch your legs for a second, and let me go ahead and add an extra cuff to this.
I had knee surgery.
Okay. I'm going to add an extra cuff to this, okay?
In 2020, listen to me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I had knee surgery in 2020, right?
All she's doing is stalling, man.
If I step out, then I got to bend my knees back again to get back into this car, and I'm just...
Oh, ain't that something? So you had knee surgery, but you could run all the way across the street to the hotel. You got ligaments and your back hurts and back spasm and you've had knee surgery, but your ass didn't have no problem running all the way across the parking lot, all the way across the street.
Sitting here, that's going to cause more discomfort for me. That's going to cause more pain. That's going to cause more excruciating.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, whoa, my God. Oh 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 my God. Y'all. Oh my. Oh, bro. Yo. You know what? Let me just make sure that I heard what I thought I heard. Just to make sure.
That's going to cause more pain. That's going to cause more excruciating.
One more time.
My knees back again to get back into this car, and I'm just sitting here. That's going to cause more discomfort for me. That's going to cause more pain. That's going to cause more excruciating.
Did this bitch really just say excruciating? Excruciating? The fuck? Bruh.
A grenade.
Hold up.
Connotations.
Yeah, we got all of that. Here we go. Here's another one. What was the phenomenemy? Yo, bitches are dumb. Bitches are dumb.
That's going to cause me to get back into this car, and I'm just sitting here. That's going to cause more discomfort for me. That's going to cause more pain. That's going to cause more excruciating dislocated agnets on my
Wait, excruciating. Whoa, there's more?
Comfort for me. That's going to cause more pain. That's going to cause more excruciating dislocated agnets on my abs and my knee.
Okay.
So I prefer to sit here. I can wiggle my fingers.
Okay.
But the spasm is going on in my wrist bones.
Okay.
When you are
Shane will win with the $5 super chat. Says a must include to the board. Yep. Yeah, that's definitely going on the board. That's definitely going on the board. Here it is.
Here, that's going to cause more discomfort for me. That's going to cause more pain. That's going to cause more excruciating.
Oh my God.
That's me. I told you.
You didn't tell me, ma'am.
Yeah, well, I told all of them.
All right, so that being said,
of your deputies.
BJ347 with the $2 super chat says excruciating. All she's doing is stalling, guys. That's all this is.
That earlier complaint, we're going to make sure we address
sir, I told you when you was arresting me.
Yeah.
Please.
This is, dude. This is her plan. I know this is her plan. She's going to do this rounders technique, where she says she needs medical attention. They take her to the hospital. She says, "No, I refuse," and then they take her to the jail. And then when she gets to the jail, "No, I need medical attention."
Too tight. My wrists. You guys kept forcing me, and you walked me out.
So here's where
I told this
dude. This dude does not understand that this woman is not going to let him get in a word edgewise. He needs to drag her fat ass out the car and take her to the hospital. That's what needs to happen.
Deputy is that I am not getting checked. I'm going to do it by my...
The reason why she doesn't want to get checked is so that the police... She wants the police officers to be held liable for this. She knows that if she doesn't go and get checked, she knows that she has a potential lawsuit.
Own health care.
You said that earlier. I heard that earlier.
So I don't know why we back here. I should be going through heavenly gates right now.
Well, let's ask him. Why are we back here again?
She claimed that her arm was broken and she's having spasms in her wrist.
Okay, so that being said, we have no choice but to get you medically cleared by how.
Sir.
So are you going?
They got to drag, dude. They got to drag Big Back out the car. Like Big Back look at this point. Big Back need to get drugged. Big Back need to get drugged. Marcus Romero says, Donovan, play that black fatigue sound effect one more time for this bullshit. I got you. I got you.
help us get you out, or we're gonna have to forcibly take you out.
I'm not getting out because I had knee surgery.
So we're gonna have to forcibly take you out, is what you're telling me.
No.
See, now she thinks she's slick. Well, if you're gonna have to force her to take me out, now I got a lawsuit.
They're making this process easy.
I refuse.
You refuse.
I refuse, and that's my right. Thank you.
No, that is okay. All right, cool. It's your it's your right to refuse, and it's their job to drag your big ass out the car. Let's
That
go.
is your refuse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please shut the door.
I'm not shutting the door at the moment. I'm gonna make some calls and make sure that we do this by the numbers and properly. All right.
Yep.
They're gonna want this PC right away when we get in there.
I know. We'll at least get into the Sally Port and we pull out of the vehicle and I'll just talk with them to see if they'll allow. All right. So Miss Gutierrez, again, just to relay.
Can you go back some, please? Because I feel a little spit trucks on my face.
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah, please step
Okay,
back.
I'll step back.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
I've got really dry cotton mouth, so I don't really
I'm sorry.
understand.
That's okay. I just
Alright.
don't want your spit on me.
I don't.
This bitch has all the tricks. I just don't want your spit on me. Oh my god.
Want to spit on you either. So I think we're on the same page there.
Okay, no problem.
Would you like to step out and stretch your legs for a moment while we wait?
Yeah, I'll stay right here, sir.
Okay, I'm just going to keep the door open so that way you can get some fresh
no
air.
problem. No
All right.
problem.
All this,
Hey.
dude, all of this fake courteousness.
Respect is earned. It's not given, okay? So I
As
hope I earn your
a-
respect.
As what you are.
All right. Well, I
As
hope.
what you are. That's what I'm.
Oh God.
Okay.
As
well,
what you are.
Well, I hope I'm gaining and earning your respect.
Yeah. So don't
Okay.
talk to me.
See, now she's rude. Yep. So don't talk to me. See, the nicer and the more courteous you are to these animals, okay, the worse they are to you. Yeah. So don't talk to me. Like honestly. This is why niggas get treated like they do, man.
We'll respect that. All right, Miss Gutierrez. All right. I just talked to the jail staff, and they're going to allow us to go inside and get you comfortable.
Please stand
okay?
back. Please stand back.
I'm standing back.
Thank
All right.
you.
Sorry, I'm a close talker sometimes, I suppose.
Please don't.
They're gonna let us go inside. I can't hear you. I'm not. She doesn't want me to get too close. I don't want to aggravate her any longer. All right, Miss Gutierrez, come on, step out. Let's bring you over there. All right. Let me know if you need assistance, and then I'll assist you.
In the end, Quintora was charged with resisting an officer with violence, resisting an officer without violence, and operating a vehicle with a suspended license. She was
Of course, the bitch had a suspended
later
license.
found incompetent to stand trial, and she was placed on a conditional release.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Listen to this.
An officer with violence, resisting an officer without violence, and operating a vehicle with a suspended license. She was later found incompetent to stand trial, and she was placed on a conditional release.
And we wonder why these people continue to offend. We wonder why these people continue to offend. Burglary with assault or battery. Hold on, let me look at the other charges. Burglary with assault or battery. Resisting an officer with violence. Resisting an officer without violence. TCAT's operating while driver's license suspended, canceled, revoked. And this is exactly why they continue to offend. Guys, this is what the Democrats wanted. This is what Kamala wanted. People can commit crimes and literally get away with it. This is what they wanted. Alaskan K says if someone is too incompetent to stand trial, they should also lose their right to vote. Yeah, they should. They should. All right, guys. That is going to do it. Oh, wow. We almost went 4 hours today. That is going to do it for the 59th edition of the Hard R podcast. Thank you guys all for joining me. Wait a minute. That didn't make any sense. Oh, okay. No, I think we're good. Okay, very good. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.